I let flat earthers talk to the head of NASA.
This is me showing the head of NASA something that the leader of the Flat Earth Society sent me.
It's like a hand-drawn third-grade image of a flat Earth with a turtle holding the planet up. So tell me, since you're the head of NASA, what do you think about this? It's like made with crayon. It's like him drawing it like this.
Obviously, I see that. I'm like, I don't want to show that to you, but here I am. I guess I'm doing it. You're the head of NASA. What's going on?
Because using my connections with both the scientific genius...
I feel like we've seen this guy before. I feel like we've seen this guy before. Because I knew y'all were going to start saying that shit. I know, because right when I saw his face, I was like, nah, I remember the shit my chat was saying.
...and conspiracy theorists of the world, I'm allowing flat...
I gotta lock in, bro. Stop saying all... Yeah, he's all ears. I can't. That's like mean, bro. That's mean.
Earthers to get their conspiracies answered by the head of NASA himself, Jared Isaacman. The man who led the first ever SpaceX mission, performed the first spacewalk ever by a civilian, and now that he's the head of NASA, promises to return America to the moon in the next 2 years. In the first conspiracy...
Like to live on the moon? Like what do they mean return to the moon? Like, yeah, we're gonna have like an actual space station, but docked there.
Flat Earthers wanted addressed was the original moon landings.
If you look at Apollo 9, 11, and 12.
Oh, this guy's just a fucking jackass, dude. I mean, every time you hear about flat earthers, you hear about this dude, and he goes to these conventions. He's like, "Oh, you could tell these images are just totally like fabricated. Like, none of this is real." Have you ever been in a plane? Like, I'm so shocked that nobody's offered. Like, he's been doing this LARP for like 15. I know he's not a LARPer. But it's like, he's been doing this shit for like 15 years, right? I feel like there has to be somebody that's like, yo, since you're the head of this group, we'll pay for you to go up there, confirm that the Earth isn't flat, and then come back down. Not to space, but like, what, you know, when you could take like one of those really like high air balloon flights or something, like some shit Red Bull would do. They pay a shitload of money. They give it, you know, $1 million, fucking send him up there. And then he just goes, everybody shut up. It's content piece. They could still just lie. Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to. You think he would lie? There's no way he would grift beyond that point. You think they'd send his ass up there with a camera too, so they could film him seeing the round Earth, and then for him to come back down and go, yeah, that shit was flat. That's some Among Us imposter level lies. That would be appalling to see shit like that. He gets up there, sees the Earth is round, goes, oh damn. Comes back down. Yeah, that shit was fake, bro. I think they knocked me out before and then seamlessly transitioned it like it was a perfect TikTok transition. And they convinced me I was going up in space to see the round Earth. But in reality, I was in a CIA torture chamber room, depleted of my natural senses so they could manipulate my mind into thinking that I saw a round Earth. That's the type of shit they'd say.
Jared was prepared to defend them.
I thought I'd bring a couple artifacts.
Ooh.
I'm Jared.
Yes. Nice to officially meet you, Jack.
Fake moon boot. Fake moon rock.
Nice to meet you as well. That is the boot that left the last footprint.
Yeah, too bad that shit's fake. You 3D printed that last night.
Wow. Moon. Gene Cernan on Apollo 17. And that's the rock he brought back with Harrison Jack Smith.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Look, we absolutely did it, but I'm not like the kind of person, like dismissive of the concerns. I get it. We haven't been back in more than a half century. Like, right. I understand.
I think this was probably recorded before the. Well, no. This could have been recorded after they went around the moon. Because we haven't been back, like we didn't put anybody on the moon.
And that people are skeptical, and especially like generations now that grew up with everything in high definition video, like why is it so hard? And the answer is, look, we had 4.5% of the discretionary budget. We had a great rival in the Soviet Union. It was a space race. It was another battleground of the Cold War. I get it, you know. Right now we're a quarter.
I mean, that's literally the reason. If the government doesn't have a reason to throw money at NASA and say you got to get this done, then they just won't do it. Because they won't have the funds to.
Of the discretionary budget, and we were doing a lot.
Like that's what Neil deGrasse Tyson would say is like, if we wanted to go to Mars right now, we could get up there in 2 years. Like it would cost $1 trillion, but we could do it. Like it's not like, oh, the technology isn't there. It's just like they don't have the staff and the funding to do it. I just went to the doctor. I sat in the waiting room for 15 minutes, got let in, talked to the doctor for 10, and I was out in a total of 30. Nothing really special happened. I'm 24 and it was just a regular checkup. But that's the whole point of going to the doctor, is to make sure that things aren't going wrong. And if they are, you catch them early. And that is where ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, helps you find the doctors you need. Scheduling a doctor's appointment can be a real pain. You might not have a lot of time on your hands. You might not know what doctor you want to go to, which doctors take your insurance. There's a million problems that prevent people from going to the doctor's appointments they should be going to for their health. And ZocDoc makes all of those problems go away by solving all of them at once, really. All you need to do with ZocDoc is input what type of doctor you want to see, what type of insurance you have, if any, and when you want to go, and it'll give you a list of doctors and appointment times that you can make, usually within 24 to 72 hours. Each doctor also has recent reviews from people that just went, so you can determine whether or not that doctor fits your specific needs over another. ZocDoc's especially great for when you don't know what doctor you need to go to as well. Like if you need to book your first allergist appointment or dermatology appointment or an eye doctor. If you've never gone before, ZocDoc makes it super easy to help find the doctor that you need. They have over 150,000 providers in over 200 specialties in all 50 states. I know it may seem small, but clicking the link in the description is a huge step towards prioritizing your health. Taking care of your health just got easier. Head to ZocDoc.com/Bartolozzi to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
A lot of things to make everybody happy, other than maybe necessarily the most important things we need to do as a space agency, which is to continue.
Why does the flag look like it's waving in the still frame image that we were seeing? It's just, it doesn't make sense. What about the wind? There's no wind in space, so it doesn't really make sense.
There for all we stand to learn, all we stand to gain from scientific potential, economic.
Lacey was rage baiting, bro. There's no way he believes that shit. I don't know, man. Honestly, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's a chance.
Economic potential, national security. This is what we are supposed to do, and we're getting back on that foot.
I'm in a lot of Ubers in like Arkansas, filming some random video. And you know, they'll ask me what I do. I'll bring up space and science. And they'll go, you really?
Ooh, and then you hear your Uber driver air the word firmament. So you believe in like that space shit? No, but like the atmosphere is so thick, nothing could actually leave it. I know that's going to be an interesting Uber ride, though. It's going to be a great conversation.
You think they went to the moon? You know, and it's crazy. There was recently a survey that said 30% of Americans are unsure or don't think that the U.S. landed on the moon.
Are you fucking joking? There's 17% of Americans that are unsure. I would venture to say that is somehow worse than saying the moon landing's fake. Like, I would rather you say the moon landing's fake than being like, well, we don't have enough evidence. I can't really call. You know, I'm going to remain, some would say, in the religious sense, agnostic on this specific situation. I'm going to refrain from choosing. What? I would rather you be like, nah, that shit's fake. Be a conspiracy theorist. Than legitimately go, well, I don't really know.
On the moon. That is crazy to me.
Right, so, you know, that boot over there was worn by Gene Cernan.
Can I pick it up?
Please.
Oh my gosh. That is terrifying. Okay.
But the flat earthers wanted to know if the moon landing really was real.
You couldn't just put us back on the moon like one time, like.
Right.
Why did they never go back?
So to be very clear, like now.
Why would we? Why would we? It's a fucking rock in space with not that much going on there. There's no war-based reasons to go there, and there's no economic reasons to go there. So why would we spend the money to do it? You know, the craziest shit is, like, I think about this too. It's like a lot of it's just human curiosity too. It's like, but that's not enough to, as a society, go, let's fund this.
NASA knows how to do this, right? I mean, we did it in the 1960s. We knew absolutely nothing about human space exploration, right? And from the time that Alan Shepard went up for his suborbital, spent minutes in space to Neil and Buzz walking on the moon, you're talking about 8 years. We can do the near impossible at NASA. What's happened though, absent competition, is you kind of get comfortable and you try and make everybody happy, and you have a lot of stakeholders. A lot of people love NASA, but they don't really necessarily agree on what is the right direction that we should always be going on. And as a result, we spread ourselves thin and we started to move very slowly, trying to appease everyone. And the end result is you actually don't make anyone happy when you.
Yo, real quick, what is the name of that guy that he flashed that is a flat earther? That dude has a YouTube account. I just want to doom scroll real quick and see what he's doing. Does anybody know the name of that flat earther? Andrew. All right, thanks. Mia Khalifa. All right. Flat Earth Dave, there it is. Go to chatter. Go to chatter. I know that's right, too. Oh, he has a podcast. What if Earth isn't what you've been told? Flat Earth Dave explains. The three-body problem and the heliocentric hypothesis. Flat Earth. Patriots across the pond and friends.
She forced me to look, and I went in trying to debunk it. And here I am, 12 years later, Flat Earth Dave talking to you.
Wow. Yeah, man, I realize we're not going to have near enough time to cover all those topics. So we're going to jump in.
Bro, this is like a level of psychosis now. If you've genuinely made your a big portion of your life about being a flat earther for 12 years. If you haven't actually done if you've been trying to prove that the earth is flat for 12 years, you would have at some point come across something that definitively proves the earth is round. Outside of you just looking into the heliocentric theory, or even knowing that there are people that were able to, mathematically guess the circumference of the Earth within a fairly close margin, 4,000 years ago, right? In 12 years, you haven't, yes, you could find things that are suspicious about the moon landing. You could find things that are suspicious about the government. But at some point, you would have come across something that definitively proved the Earth is round, that is undeniable, and you just go, nah.
NASA's putting out pictures every day. We've been told there's a globe in every classroom, the whole 9 yards. For someone who's never really looked into this topic, what is the flat Earth model in its simplest form that that you might be able to explain to somebody that may be new?
Yeah, when you Google flat Earth, Google's going to feed you. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show you, but that's funny poster. If you Google flat Earth, this is what you get. This is what they want you to believe. This is two false paradigms of where a disk floating in space, in a heliocentric model. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that, and then the argument is, are we the only flat planet? The only pizza planet? And you'll dismiss it, and most people do, because flat Earth sounds absolutely ridiculous, because you're taught a fake heliocentric model.
No, because it's ridiculous. The reason it sounds ridiculous is not because of something; it's because it's ridiculous. That is word for word. Cut off this. We don't need to watch anymore. I'm gonna see what else he says, but it's no, it's not. It sounds ridiculous because, they want you to think it. No, it is.
Before you can have the ability to think. And then you're taught a fake flat Earth model, and you just can't even make sense.
All right, so give me the real flat Earth model here.
Sense of it. But once you understand that we're essentially the floor of creation, right?
Are we gonna get into the water finds its center shit because they have to disprove gravity? Because if you're a flat earther, you have to if you think the moon. It's not, you could think the moon landing's fake and not be a flat earther, but there are people that, if you're a flat earther, you also think the moon landing's fake. You think all of the space pictures are fake. You have to think that gravity's not real, at least in the way that it's described, right? You have to tweak it in some way to fit whatever narrative you believe.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, and
it's Neil deGrasse Tyson
and other famous propped up cosmologists will say, to think that
Neil deGrasse Tyson and all these other scientists that are apparently astronomers, but in reality funded by Tel Aviv, realistically they're just just spewing conspiracy theories out over and over again. When you actually look into it, you'll clearly realize the Earth is flat.
We're at the center is arrogant, is very arrogant. That's the word they use, and that's absolutely not true. We are the center of creation. We're not. We didn't evolve.
Okay, bro, what is the model then? Show me a picture.
So the flat Earth model, the simplest way to look at it is, if this is a top-down view of the world, The North Pole is at the center of our world pond, right? Can you bring me 5 gallons of water without a container?
No.
Right? Water needs to be contained. Well, all of these lands, all of these.
That was the worst fucking point I've ever heard in my entire life. He just said water needs to be contained, so there's like a wall that's holding the water from spilling out. What a fucking cornball. I mean, brother, the reason you need to bring 5 gallons of water without a container, because if you don't have a container, guess where the water goes? To the center of the earth. Guess where the water goes? Gravity pulls it, just like it's pulling your ass right now to the fucking center of the earth. Where do you think you're going when you're falling? Like, what is that? Where are we going? Like, just the ground? Like the ground? Oh no, we're like a container too.
These islands, all of these continents are higher than the water. Okay, so you have a shoreline. This is the shoreline of our world pond. This is Antarctica. This is Antarctica. And Antarctica is over double the height of the second highest continent in the world.
Okay, double the height of the second highest continent in the world. Another thing that's with this model is like, even if you go like historically, where like people have traveled around certain areas and ended up in other places, would this model immediately just be disproven or no? Like, if you were to look at the ship route that explorers took, would this not literally, like, they'd be in the middle of nowhere. They wouldn't be, like, but they knew, like, those guys knew the Earth was round then, because they were going, no, why do we have to go that way? We could just go all the way around the Earth the other way, right? Like, we could go in a different path. Like, it just doesn't. Oh my God, I just don't. So is that Africa? Because so they're saying like if there was somebody that went around all the tip of Africa and then all the way through to like South America or North America, they ended up going up instead of just straight to the side. It's just wouldn't the stars also disprove this? Because they're able to navigate based on that?
Turn the hour hand on, the sun moves around. Once every 24 hours, it goes around.
Yes, but if the sun's going in a perfect round circle like this, how does that change time zone? Not just time zones. Like, time zones work in this model, but in the sense of like in the summer the sun sets earlier. Like, it's because Earth tilts on an axis, right? Earth tilts on an axis, and we're orbiting around the sun. Like, if the sun's only moving in a circular path like this, we wouldn't have seasons the way that we do, where in the winter the sun sets at 4 p.m. and in the summer it sets at 9, or depending on the country, like Iceland. Like, Iceland literally is 24. I would honestly say it's 24 hours of sunlight in the fucking summer, and then none in the winter at points, or like 4 hours, not even. It's like just like a weird dusk feeling, or dawn, I guess. But like, this doesn't explain that.
So wherever the sun is, it's noon. When it's noon in Sydney, Australia, it's midnight over here. We live in a small. I mean, we live on.
But does he ever explain that? Like, I'm not gonna watch this whole fucking podcast. Does he ever explain that?
I don't think space is a vacuum with a small local sun.
Small. So he thinks the sun. He thinks the sun is tiny, like smaller than Earth.
They think they know everything, but they literally have no science to back it up. They say the sun is 93 million miles away. They have no way to back that up. They say that the radius of the Earth is 3959 miles, but that's been debunked. Everything.
When? I want to be this person. I want to be this guy so bad, because it's just like how much easier life is to just come up with everything yourself and then go, like, whenever somebody tells you something, you go, nah, that's been debunked. No. and you just go on with your day. Like, you just go, nah, that's been debunked. That's not real. And it's like, there's certain parts of my life and your life where that is the case, where motherfuckers just spew lies on social media, and it's like, that's what you do. You go, that's been debunked, right? That's fake, right? But like, he does this with every single counterpoint. He goes, that's been debunked. That's not real.
And they teach us the globe before we have the ability to discern. Like, if I said to you, Billy, I used to be president of the United States. You heard me. Do you remember what I said?
He used to be president of the United States.
And now, how did you remember that? Your conscious mind said, what did he just say? It went to your subconscious memory. It said he said it was president of the United States. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
False.
Well, did you take the time to verify it?
No.
Well, no need to, right? Because you have enough life experience to say, I don't need to verify that at all. Now, if I told you right now I was in Mexico, you'd be like, is he? I wonder, right? But you might want to verify that if you wanted to prove it, but no need to prove that.
Is he not disproving his own point by saying this factual statement? Because he's saying there's certain things that you just know because of previous knowledge that you've acquired in your life, and that would be the earth being round. I think he's trying to say that that's how people feel because they've been manipulated by the education system to feel that way.
You have your subconscious mind, which is the memory bank, and you have your...
We're just watching a podcast right now. I'm actually just... I know I'm getting out of this. I'm going back to the video. Well, I'm just watching a podcast right now. I'm just sitting here literally just fucking... Sitting here watching an hour-long podcast debating this guy about... fucking the earth being flat.
Try and do it that way. Now, one of the obligations I see in my my job here at NASA is to get all the stakeholders together and communicate kind of the reality of the situation and get everybody aligned in the direction we need to go. So I think we've been very effective at communicating there is another space race. If we do nothing and it's a continuation of the status quo, we will lose. That will be a heavy moment for, I think, the world. You know, when you see the next lander on the moon, and it's not going to be the grainy footage of the night suit, it's going to be pretty crystal clear, and then you see an astronaut going down the ladder or elevator, and it's a Chinese technonaut. I think that...
Yeah, and too bad when the Chinese astronaut lands on the moon, the Kool-Aid man breaks out of the wall and goes, oh yeah, because the video's AI.
Sends
the earth's flat.
A message that something is broken. So we can either wait for that moment to happen, and then wonder what we could have done differently, or we could start doing things differently now. And as a result...
Oh, I can move chat back.
I think our stakeholders have been very responsive and willing to let NASA get back to doing what we know works. And that's why I think you're starting to see some speed, some momentum, and some energy here at NASA.
Let's move on to the next conspiracy flat earthers wanted addressed. NASA's crazy money use. Do they really need to spend $23 million on a toilet, or is that money going somewhere else?
Somebody sent me this, right? It's like we've got this yacht, and we've got an expensive house, and we've got the toilet for $23 million. You know what I mean? And obviously I see that, I'm like,
yeah, like you guys are only in space for like 8 days. Why don't you just like poop in Ziploc bags? Why don't you just like, just use a regular toilet?
I don't want to show that to you, but
why don't you just shit in a bag and seal it?
Here I am, I guess I'm doing it. What do you say to things like that? Like, what can NASA do to make things cheaper, you know?
Well, I would say first...
But before I can show you his answer, I want to prove to you why he knows what he's talking about.
You imagine sharding yourself in the middle of the night in zero gravity. Just starts fucking leaking all over the spaceship.
A little bit of like who you are.
Yeah, so I left school at 16 because I hated high school. Started a tech company, which was really just to pay for, you know, pizza and maybe beer on the weekends.
$2 billion.
Waking up on my keyboard and needed a hobby in life, so I guess 6...
Chat, this is what they say, brother. D students are the entrepreneurs, you know? Hey, if you're a D student, you want to drop out of high school, you'll be a billionaire just like this guy.
Years ago or so, I started...
It's a surefire.
Flying airplanes. Never slowed down.
You're gonna go pro in Fortnite. Just keep grinding.
It took me to air shows, world record flights, and then eventually we created this defense aerospace company.
So you
You're gonna go pro.
Gave our...
Even though you're in gold 2 right now...
planes to use...
You've got the edits, bro. You just get bad lobbies.
Simulations.
We didn't give them to, we flew them, so it was us.
You flew them, so they would contract you to fly them.
Yes, and we did it all day long.
You fly yourself places.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I fly business jets, I fly fighter jets. I'm gonna lead a formation of like NASA aircraft over for the 4th of July Capitol flyover. Like I definitely try and stay in the action. And then got an opportunity to lead the first SpaceX mission, and then again in 2024, we did a spacewalk. Now I'm here and I'm working alongside the best and brightest at NASA.
What can NASA do to make things cheaper, you know?
Well, I would say first, NASA, you know, when we're at our best, we are setting our sights on, you know, the most challenging engineering problems possible to solve. And that is typically expensive. It requires like the best and brightest from across the nation. It requires, you know, hardware that's never been built before, facilities to make the hardware that don't exist, testing centers that don't exist. Yes, that's all extremely expensive. Now, what I think is extremely important is when we do have a major breakthrough, where that capability can be handed off to industry and NASA becomes
Why don't you just poop in a Gatorade cup? Why don't you just, the hole's big enough. I mean, they're there for 3 days. Why, $23 million. Why don't you just poop in a Gatorade bottle? I mean, how big of a shit do you... Instead of hiring all these engineers to make a $23 million toilet, why don't you just give the astronauts, I don't know, maybe a week of training to know how to center the middle of the Gatorade bottle on their butthole?
one customer of many, like launch. Nobody had a reason to put a lot of stuff
And then they quick seal it off, and it's good.
in space before NASA in the 1960s. But now, I mean, you've got
SpaceX and Blue Origin can only exist because of what NASA's
yes,
done.
and now for sure, NASA's a customer, the Department of War is a customer, the intelligence community is a customer, commercial entities are customers.
You see Elon Musk at that red carpet event just making a bunch of weird faces because he was trying to get clipped for a meme.
International customers, other nations launch scientific
And they're definitely going to be meme images.
probes and commercial payloads. Great, you hand off launch to industry, and what happens? Costs come down big time because competitive forces do what they do, and the next thing
No, you'll see it in a month. There will be somebody that reacts to an image with Elon Musk going,
you got rockets landing on ships.
show it. Oh my God, we're going to get through like 3 videos today. I let flat, why am I looking up? The edible's hitting. Hold up. Elon Musk. It's not what I was looking for. The fuck? Oh my God, it's that old of a video. Oh my God, wait, what? I thought this was recent. This was 4 years ago. What does he do?
And that are being used over and over again, are now being caught by towers. So that's what you're supposed to do. And then NASA's supposed to, again, recalibrate to do what industry can, which is why we're building nuclear-powered spaceships. As talented and as capable as SpaceX and Blue Origin are and others in industry, I don't think...
I hate people that scream like that. What, like, ah! You hear that shit on a roller coaster. I'm always sitting there, roller coaster, I'm going, oh, fuck. And I'm having a blast. I'm never screaming, though. Do you guys scream on roller coasters? I'll be like, oh, shit. And then we go down the roller coaster. Like, I'll hear somebody behind me, ah! The whole ride. And I'm like, yo, it's not that. I feel like you'd faint if you were that scared. Or maybe it's just like a joyous scream. I'll go, oh, shit. Like on Nitro. Six Flags. And then I almost faint on the swirly part. But like, I'm going, oh, fuck. And then I'm good.
There's an industry. I don't think they should be launching fission reactors anytime soon. I don't think they should be doing it. So that's what NASA should do. And when we get another breakthrough, we hand it off to industry once again, and the process repeats itself.
It's just nonchalant. No, that's lame as well.
At this point, before we got into Conspiracy 3, I decided to tell NASA what I thought they should do to combat conspiracies.
There's just this general distrust in the government, right? Like, people see the Epstein files, things like that. They're like, this is just crazy. The government must, not know what they're doing. They must be lying to us. I'm curious, how much of a priority is it for NASA to try and combat these conspiracies, right? Because to me, it's like I walked in this room, obviously very honored to be here. I see like that on the TV. That's a live feed of the International Space Station right now.
Yes.
And I feel like if that was put on YouTube at all times, I mean, they're already not private because we can see them whenever they walk through there. If that feed was on YouTube, we'd have no more flat earthers, I think, in like a week, because you just can't have people floating around all day long, CGI constantly running. Maybe it's just no use.
No, but they're so ingrained. Like, yeah, you would maybe reverse some of the flat earthers that are like on the cusp, but like Flat Earth Dave would come up with a reason that video's fake. Or he would say that you're in an anti-gravity chamber on Area 51, and this is just to convince people that the Earth is round.
Does NASA even care about these conspiracies, or is it worth their time to try and do things to try and like...
Yeah, it was a pre-filmed 3-day video.
Help the American public understand that, like, yes, this is real, and here's what we're doing, and here's where your tax dollars are actually going.
Well, I would say first, like, to me, there's no greater priority than undertaking and executing the mission. So putting more astronauts in space, returning to the moon, launching great telescopes. But what I also think is a responsibility along the way is inspiring the next generation of engineers, pioneers, astronauts to grow up and contribute to adventure. And that's why you put footage like that out on the internet. And it is, you can log in and like actually see what's going on in the International Space Station. You can listen to our audio loops on it. It's why when we build the moon base, I said, we're putting high definition cameras on everything, every lander, every rover. We're not leaving any doubt this time, okay? We are going to bring the world along for the ride. We're creating a moon base website so you can watch us build the moon base in real time. And I think that's less about combating conspiracies and in my mind, more energizing and engaging the public so they grow up and do it better than we can.
Right, and I think that is the best answer, right? At the end of the day, the best way to combat conspiracies is it's like, okay, just wait, just watch, because pretty soon there's gonna be a moon base and it will be undeniable.
Okay, but conspiracy 3.
I've heard you really hate this topic, and so we'll make it brief, but UFOs, UAPs, obviously the
Oh,
government...
I don't hate the topic, by the way.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I mean, isn't that like what you would imagine any new NASA administrator, like second day at least on the job, would be like, all right, where's the UFO files?
Yeah, where's the
Yeah, so I don't
aliens?
hate the subject.
Fair enough. Well then, let's talk about it for a second.
I love the subject. So does the NASA know anything about you? I can't talk about that. I'm so happy to talk about the UFO subject. So like with David Grush talking about how like, oh, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. Sorry. Anything else though?
Second, I think the government, they just released these UAP, UFO,
I can't talk about that.
files. I've been to Area 51 and all of that. I've investigated this stuff a little bit. When I first heard about UFOs, obviously I've always been a science enthusiast. I love space, all this stuff. I always was like, UFOs, this is total BS. Like this is not. I go to NASA all the time. I make videos there. Like, they're not focused on the UFOs, and the UFOs are very conveniently landing, near the naval, the military bases. You know what I mean, in Las Vegas and stuff. It's like, okay, this it feels like pretty obvious it's not aliens, but a lot of seemingly really credible people are saying that maybe this is actually there's some merit to this. You're the head of NASA. What's going on?
Yeah. So first of all, I'd say, like, yeah, I can't hate the subject. In fact, I'm incredibly fascinated about it because that is at the heart of what we're trying to do at NASA is answer the question, are we alone, right? We got telescopes that we're launching out there to try and answer that question. Yeah. We got samples on Mars right now. If we bring them back, there is a very high probability that they will point to, at some point, microbial life, at least on Mars. I think there's a very real possibility we're going to arrive at a conclusion in our lifetime that perhaps there's life everywhere out there, and that it isn't as infrequent as we might think it to possibly be. Now, all that said,
I feel like he has to tiptoe around these questions, not because he's hiding anything, but because he knows that whatever he says as the head of NASA will just be twisted in every way possible. It's like just being clipped out of context or something on social media. It's like he has to have like a very specific response because otherwise they're going to just say, oh, nah, he's saying this.
When people think of like UFOs and flying saucers and crash ships and are there alien bodies buried somewhere, no, I have not seen any evidence of that whatsoever on it. I do think of things like the cosmic speed limit. It's somewhat of a problem for being visited by intelligent life, and at a time, I mean, you think about our civilization is extremely young right now, that they could arrive at a time when we happen to be here and doing all these things. So that said, though, I do think that we have captured imagery, and this is what President Trump is very forward-leaning about, that based on the data that we have within that imagery, we don't know what it is.
Right.
And I don't think that should be that surprising anymore in a world, and I've said it, where you got doorbells with doorbell cameras on it, everybody's got a phone, you've got with a camera.
That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson says. If he goes, everybody's got a fucking camera now, why are we not seeing actual good footage of a UFO? Like, we're at a point now where everybody can just casually record in 4K footage on their phone, and people talk about UFO sightings, but every video you ever see about a UFO is in 120p. 120p, or it's just SpaceX fucking satellites in a strip, and people think they're UFOs.
On it, you've got all our military aircraft with tons of sensors on it. You got satellites, lots of sensors, and what's going to happen is...
Like, I think aliens are real, but I don't know if intelligent alien life has visited Earth. The only thing that I could get behind is that there has been maybe alien satellites from millions and millions of years ago that has reached Earth, crashed here, and we've recovered it. That's what I'm more likely to believe than like an actual organic being crash landing on Earth, right? Like, or just landing on Earth and interacting with humans. Like, I don't think that would be the case versus like some sort of satellite that other intelligent alien life sent out a fucking billion years ago. They don't exist anymore, right? They might have been extinct or some other shit, and then that crashed here.
You're just going to capture things that if it was fully instrumented to get telemetry off of, you'd be like, oh, that's a drone, that's a missile, that's a balloon that got, but because you didn't, and you caught it at a weird angle or reflected the sun at a certain point, you're like, that is an unexplained phenomenon. Yeah. And we did keep a lot of that buried in files for a long time, and the president said, why? Put it out there. Like, we don't have time to study it. Let other people tell us what it is. And you're seeing that effort, and you're going to continue to see it. I think there's going to be some really wild things. And I'll tell you, I'm open-minded to it. If it's, is it maybe a Sputnik moment and one of our adversaries pioneered a new capability in a world of AI and additive manufacturing? Is it possible you could have breakthroughs like that? Sure. We had the Sputnik moment for a reason, and NASA did very well, by the way, during that time period. Yeah. So I'm all about it, because you never know.
Glaze.
Maybe we have a new Sputnik moment, and we've got to pioneer some new advanced technology or propulsion capability or something.
Yeah, I think as NASA's doing more launches and doing more missions in space, obviously people are so interested in the UFOs, the UAPs, what it is that they might find in space. I'm curious, would NASA ever consider, now that time and real estate in space, it's still very valuable and very expensive, but it's getting a little more reasonable where, it's like someone could spend some money to have their payload put into space, right? Would NASA ever consider almost like a civilian driven mission? This was something that one skeptic kind of suggested. It was like, if some sort of future Artemis mission could be like, people could submit in a form, what do you want them to do? Because
like a Mr. Beast application, like Streamer University, you guys need to send me to the moon. Think about the clips. Think about the clips. Think about how much that'll pop off.
People want to see, can NASA like do this? Because we really want to see if this is really real. Is that something that NASA would ever consider?
Well, I'll tell you, we try and do a lot.
Music's so distracting. Yeah, it is very unrelated.
A lot of like, citizen science initiatives and even almost kind of crowdsourcing ideas. We have done that in the past.
Stop. Now that you mention it, I can't stop focusing on the music. Oh my God, no, that just pissed me off.
I could absolutely see us doing that. I mean, if we're putting astronauts in and out of space with a frequency I would like to see, and you have lots more people living and working in space.
Not paying attention to a thing he's saying right now.
We should be soliciting ideas from the public on things they find of interest that we can add on as like a bonus objective to a mission. I'm all for that.
Bro, the music's great though. Just Starman video. Now, we haven't done a Darman video in quite some time, okay? It has been probably over a year since we've, like, I think we tried to watch a Darman video like 6 months ago and it was terrible. So that might be the same thing. And like, not a good terrible. Like, Darman videos are a good bad. You know what I mean? Like, a movie so bad it's good, but then there's a level of bad that it's just bad. We had one of those, the latter. So I'm hoping this one's good. It's about looks maxing and clavicular. Teen uses hammer to be handsome.
Respect potential, they respect proof. Strong jawline, strong life. Weak jawline, weak life. No one's coming to save you. You either upgrade.
That is a Looney Tunes mallet. That is not the shit PP guys are using to bone smash. That was like an actual hammer.
You either upgrade yourself, or you stay invisible.
He just has that in his. He just has that in his bathroom.
What are you doing? Nothing, dude.
Nothing. Get out of my room. Nothing. It's just bone smashing. That's not that crazy. Okay, well, bone smashing you shouldn't do. You're basically willingly injuring yourself to look better. But I feel like for it to be to the point of like you close the door on your brother, you have to be like injecting peptides into your like you're using a needle of sorts. You just hitting your face with a mallet, I feel like that's not that crazy. I mean, it's crazy, but it's like not like, oh, I gotta slam the door on them. They're seeing this.
Thinking of trying out for girls volleyball?
Oh, no. I was, the font. It looks like it was chosen during, I was, the font. It looks like it was chosen during like a fire drill or something.
Ouch, I made that.
What a dweeb. Holy shit, the font. It's like Comic Sans. It's like one of my favorite fonts. You only really see that in like very basic uses of text. It's not
Poster.
Oh, well, hey, fire drills are really important. I mean, they're very efficient, and, organized chaos is very key. It's great.
I'm kidding, I didn't make it.
That shit looks like AI.
Cool jacket.
Yeah? Thanks. I actually thrifted it. And,
I could tell. Oh, really? Oh, really? You thrifted that? Oh, my God. I thought you got that from Ralph Lauren.
I added the stitches and the patching. My brother actually helped me with that one. I just like making stuff feel less, like
Ralph Lauren, same shit.
factory default.
Yeah. That one actually reminds me of henna.
Yeah, I grew up seeing
I always say Lauren. It sounds fancier.
patterns at weddings and family events and stuff, and so I try incorporating them where I can.
Do you ever do actual henna?
Sometimes. Mostly for my cousins and my little brother Keon, but he mostly asks for dragons.
You should bring some to my get-together. Maybe do a small design for me?
Just need help picking up supplies for your thing this weekend? I'll come early. Cole can carry stuff. Ryder can make sure the lighting loves them.
Finally!
Why are you talking to this guy here? Looks like he's chud maxing. Why does he have this girl's volleyball poster in his fucking locker? This guy's a fucking loser now. Oh my God.
Charity work, I believe it.
Zane, I was serious. You should
Oh, me and the guys have to go jelk in the bathroom. Sorry.
pull up for the start of summer break. Bring the henna, if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll be there.
Trying to show up dressed like a museum shop.
That is like a Disney bully, bro. He has a sweater tied around his fucking neck.
Trying to show up dressed like a museum shop.
Nobody likes my style. Everybody thinks I'm so fucking lame because I wear henna fucking jean jackets. Oh my God, I'm such a loser. I should pay $50 to fucking get a looks maxing Discord. Oh.
Hey, Zane, can you help me with this? I can't get the nose right.
Let's see. Check it out.
All right.
You like it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, brah. That's totally rad. Thank you for the help, big bro.
Mom said you're going
The most non-human character fucking interaction that was.
to a party.
More like a little get-together, nothing crazy.
Wait, you should wear your jacket. It's got main character energy. Everyone else dresses like a school brochure. Your style's different.
Maybe that's the problem.
Mom, big bro's using Men's Vitality magazines. Oh my God, he's going down a bad rabbit hole right now. I think I saw a Looney Tunes mallet in the bathroom that he's using to bone smash. Every time I talk to him, he's always mewing. He never even says anything anymore. He's always just standing there looks maxing.
I'm guessing I'm a little early. I can leave and come back. I could also just stand in the front yard, pretend I got lost.
Actually, you might have perfect timing. This was supposed to look cute 30 minutes ago. You're making that face. Just say it.
I mean, it's kind of got like middle school vibes, but it's cool.
I knew it looked bad. Thanks. Are you gonna help me or what? Just stand there?
Yeah.
Why are the bottom two buttons unbuttoned? Is this like a casual look people do on a button-down shirt? Like, I get you don't button top button, but the bottom two? What the fuck? Zod said it's an Indian thing. Really? Well, we got fucking Christmas lights.
Just like the wind, just let it pass through. Just let it pass through.
Yo, what fucking weird pivot did Darman videos make where they do these weird, like, music collab, fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like old Darman videos used to just be, like, straight acting, and now it'll be, like, a fucking B-roll highlight reel with, like, some wholesome shit in the background. Like, radio music. It's always coworker music in the background. And it's just, like, them hanging up Christmas lights and, like, being in love, and then it's gonna hard cut. If I predict this, don't even say fucking pre-watch. It's going to be this. It's going to hard cut, and it's going to be Clavicular, or the fucking guy that's supposed to look like Clav, is going to come walking down the sidewalk and be like, what a fucking loser. You're helping this woman with her fucking photography? What a low-tier normie thing to do, man. Alpha male's like, oh, sit back and watch.
Nothing happened by accident. Flowers bloom.
Oh, you're sitting there and coloring? Oh.
Cause you planted them, watered them to perfection, and now there's no more empty bases. Now you reap all the benefits.
Okay, being able to do a henna as a man is like ultimate riz. That's surely bumping him up like 3 points. I know you're gonna say pre-watch, Chad. It's a Darman video. It's like the same script over and over again. That's gotta be like he's up 3 points now.
Looks like Zoe's buying what the museum gift shop is selling.
Guess it's time the museum gift shop goes out of business.
Yeah. This party is pretty cool.
Well, thank you so much for helping me.
I mean, thank you for having me.
That's just like not what they would say. Like if we're really leaning into this like looks maxing bully shit, they would look at each other and be like homophobic and be like, that's gay. Like that's what they would say. Like they wouldn't sit there and be like, why don't we like burst his bubble? Like they would say some fuck shit. Like,
Zoe, this photo wall is literally the cutest. It was all Zane.
Oh, no.
Zoe, come on. You need to get in this next one. Come on. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, Zaner!
What's up, you guys?
You good, man? You look stressed.
Dude, yeah, I'm chill.
He just needs to loosen up a bit.
Yeah.
oh, what a sick prank. Prank was. I shook up your beer. Oh my God.
Here. Come on, man. Peace offering.
Ooh, a sunrise IPA. I think I'd rather die than have that. Thank you for the offering though. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna be drinking your IPA tonight.
Thank you. Yeah. Cheers.
I was recording on an iPhone 8. Who would ever crack a beer like that?
We got that? We got him, dude.
Oh, you got that, dude? No way, man. Post that shit on Twitter. Post that shit on Twitter. Oh my God.
You got a little something.
Got Gallo something.
Really? Yeah, I would have drank that. Come on.
Bro, you know how often I spill beer on my shirt if I'm like out? I feel like most people are not caring about that. If you go to a bar where people are drunk and you're talking to guys that are drinking, like 1 in 2 of them have like some sort of alcohol on their shirt.
No tip. It's the only tip you need. Is looks maxing. All right? Step 1, make sure it lines up. She gets it.
Okay, you know what's crazy though? Is that's like a pretty lore accurate depiction of like the TJR dupe LARPers. Like the guys that like TJR is actually rich, Like the guys that act like TJR and pretend to be like super rich, attractive guys that live in like Miami, when in reality they're like leasing their car and renting their apartment under like extreme levels of debt. And they're like full banking that people are going to buy their program. Buy my course on how to sell courses. You're just a fucking lonely loser chud, right? That lives in his mom's basement. Why don't you give me $100 and I'll tell you how you could sell a course and act like me so other people fall for your shit. Wait, isn't that kind of like a pyramid scheme? No, not at all.
Talk to Zoe without being awkward. Get invited to
No, it's an upside down diamond. Yeah, it's a half diamond. No, it's not a pyramid scheme. I would say it's more an inverted diamond.
read party. Stop being invisible. Stop being weird. It's
Right, he's like writing with like fucking like expo markers.
stronger. Fix.
Oh, that sound is like bothering me.
And fix hair. Make. Wake. Respect me.
I want to mention the key harmony points: the temple, the jawline, and the chin. Now you want a narrow chin, something that's going to bring out your facial structure.
Bro, I was looking at my jawline the other day. Sorry, I'm not getting into some BP shit. I was looking at my jawline the other day. My chin sticks out so far that it, like, my jawline goes like this and then down. Like, if I died and you looked at my skull, it would look so fucking weird. Like, it, like, goes downwards. Like, out and then down.
Especially if you have hollow eye sockets. Make sure that you...
Isn't that like a bad thing? I feel like if I ever got into like MMA fighting, you could just chin me and I would just fucking faint. Like that's like a disadvantage from like a biological like human anatomy perspective. Not chin me. Yeah, I mean, dude, if I was in a boxing match and you punched me here, like that would fucking hurt so bad.
Put in color contacts so that they're a color that's at least...
Dude, honestly, is it the ideal build for boxing, like Discord mod? Like, no chin. Like, you have, like, no weak points. Like, if you have no chin, is that bad or good? Like, maybe you want a strong jaw, but I feel like if you just had, like, worm face, that would be, like, literally, like, where are they punching you? You don't even need an iron chin. You just don't have one.
Appealing.
Hey, Zane.
Keon, not...
Have you seen the boxer Butterbean? I have. He's very large. The fuck is that?
No one respects the guy who says he's trying. They respect the guy who becomes absolutely undeniable. Starting with a strict lift...
Nah, what fucking off-brand earbuds is he wearing?
...your arms anymore. Now with a strict lifting regimen, you're going to want to hit a bench until you can't feel your arms anymore. That way, you'll be able to expand your frame so you can take up more...
Yeah, never lift legs, though. Only do upper body.
...more space.
And just wear long pants.
Possibly away from all of the buttons. Looks massing isn't just the key. Take it seriously.
All right, I'm telling you, the program
Oh my
needs
god,
a
is he gonna drop the weight on his neck?
real proof point, all right? Not some guy that already has abs.
Exactly. We need a before. A real before. Someone people go and look and be like, that guy needed help.
Dude, say less.
You're joking.
Dude, he's perfect. Look. You're already into it.
What happened there? We're starting a summer maxing program. Cole handles health.
That is a dollar store ass gold chain. I gotta say that right now. That shit is fake as fuck. Oh my god. Like they're getting him walking up.
What happened there?
That shit's plastic.
We're starting a summer maxing program. Cole handles health.
Like yours? All right.
Health maxing. Training, food, nutrition.
And I'm in charge of status maxing.
And I handle looks maxing.
He's more in shape than them. That's like the funny shit. Like, if you actually look at this guy's, like, forearms, he's just wearing a baggy tee. Like, this guy is far stronger than these dudes.
And I handle looks maxing. Lighting, grooming, angles.
That's really cool, guys, but, why do you want to help me?
If the program works on you, it'll work on anybody.
I mean, come on.
Work on him, it'll work on anybody. He's like the most like normal looking guy of all time. Work on you, work on anybody. You could find somebody else.
Come on, bro. We all know what you're doing.
So you in? Or you want to keep being whatever this is? Plus, if you don't embarrass us, you have a spot in the summer party.
What I have to do?
You have to score at least an 8 to get an invite.
Score?
Here's some meth. What do I have to do? You're gonna have to stop eating. Here's some methamphetamines. You're gonna need to get addicted to these.
Ears are 2.5.
Oh my
Chin,
god,
'cause
you
we
think
might
they actually measure their faces?
want to look at some chin maxing. You can almost bulk the neck as wide as the chins. Going from the top of the hair, because you got to include the top of the hair in the measurement.
This is like that one show. What was that show they actually had in the early 2000s where they would bring on somebody that was really insecure and through a like a two-way mirror or like a one-way mirror, they would have a bunch of people like stare at this like half-naked person and be like, she's fat as shit. Her chin's ugly. She's acne. Her eyes look a little disproportionate. You know what I'm talking about. And then they would get her a shitload of surgery, and then they would do like a fucking reveal. That was like the most dystopian show ever. The Swan. I used to watch clips of The Swan. I never actually like got into The Swan, the show, comparable to like Storage Wars. They would bring somebody on The Swan and then like literally just fucking plastic surgery the shit out of these people. Like, this is one of the people that they had on the Swan. This is just an example. But this is the same person. They would bring them on, and they would have, like, average people just poke at every insecurity they ever had. And then they would be, like, 2 months. They'd get a shitload of surgery, maybe change their, like, workout regimen or whatever, and then they would do an after. Body wax strips. What are we waxing? Like, I shave my armpits as a guy. Like, I gotta shave them soon. I shave my armpits as a guy every once in a while. And, like, I'll manscape. But, dude, guys that shave their legs fully, oh, my God, dude. That has to be, like, the worst fucking day ever. That has to take 3 hours. If I had to shave my legs, you know how long that would take? Even if I had them already shaved and you're just, like, upkeeping it. Dude, the amount of hair I grow on my legs... It's like, dude, my under thigh hair is like a head of hair, bro. Like, that shit's that long. Like, that shit grows back in an instant. As a woman, I hate shaving. It's so annoying. Oh my God, I can't even imagine it. Being a woman and having to shave your legs, your whole body, like every day, every other day. You're just, oh, I gotta go shower. And people be like, oh, well, you're in the shower. Women take showers for 45 minutes. It's like, yeah, they gotta fucking shave their whole body. Fuck. Jinxie? Bro, literally Jinxie. Jinxie should it's like most guys. Like, do what you want to do. It's your fucking body. It's your life, you know? I just have to take that armpit hair is, like, uncomfortable and nasty. Use a washcloth. When I do use the washcloth, I'm using that shit one time and washing it, bro. When I see a motherfucker use a washcloth and they hang that shit up, I go, you just wash your butthole with that, you motherfucker.
Push it. Keep pushing. There you go. There you go. Come on. No
hand in straight ass? Yeah, okay. And then I wash my hands, bro. I'm in the shower.
Really feel it in your core. There you go. Come on. Come on. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. There you go.
I got a dedicated butt cloth. I think that's even worse. Can I be real? If your butthole is that dirty that you have a dedicated cloth to wash your butthole, I feel like that's almost worse. It's brown. Did you buy it brown? No.
Zane, you've checked yourself 6 times since we sat down.
I'm not checking, Mom. I'm just looking around.
His name's Zane, bro. He's born to be a looks maxer.
Can you give your brother and I a moment?
Yes.
What's going on with you?
Nothing is happening, Mom. I'm working on a self-improvement plan, okay?
Oh, the plan is to improve who you are or change it?
Is there a difference?
There's nothing wrong in trying to improve yourself as long as you don't lose yourself.
All right, you know, I'm not feeling too hungry.
Talk to Zane.
Yeah. Use your adrenaline. Come on, push. There you go. All right, that's a new PR. Here. Haha, nice.
Zane,
Zoe, hi.
you've been busy.
Yeah, just trying to get stronger, I guess.
I didn't take you for an Irish goodbye kind of guy.
Oh,
Let me guess. He's going to be a dickhead to her because he thinks that he's going to be convinced that she wants him for looks more than personality. So he's going to act like a stubborn asshole and she's not going to like him. And then he's going to apologize and he's going to be like, oh my God, sorry. I'm so sorry. I realized that like you like me because of my personality and it doesn't matter if I'm a black pillar. And then they're going to end up falling in love.
No. I had gotten soda on my shirt, so I left.
I looked for you.
You did?
Zane, we're not paying for a gym membership to watch you flirt.
I should get back to my set.
I should get back to my sesh. Sorry. Pyramid bench press right now. We're doing 9 sets.
Enough side quests. It's time for another rating.
Right.
Come on, bro. Flex your core.
I am, man.
And flex it
It's time for another rating. Let's load up Omegle.
harder.
Trying, bro.
All right, boys. She's up. Posted.
Okay.
Oh my God, he got rated higher than him. Oh, when the student becomes the master.
This is ridiculous. Muscles need to be hit every single day. I'm talking traps. I'm talking core.
I am.
No days off. They repeat.
What's the average?
Ridiculous.
Looks like you're still not scoring that invite.
What?
Wait, what? 6'8"? I thought he got a 9'3".
No. This can't be. Guys, I'm doing everything that you said. Maybe your program just doesn't work.
Oh, they changed it?
What?
Oh, God.
He control inspected.
What is this?
You'll level up.
How do you want that in the summer, Zane? 5.3? Or someone that people will actually notice?
What the fuck was that noise? The paper bag got a hammer in it. Why did they just hand it to him? Oh my God, why did you hit yourself in the face that hard? He just
Zane?
breaks his jaw.
Hey.
Come here.
Can we not? I'm really tired.
Come here. No. Come here, Zane. What happened?
Mom, nothing happened, okay?
Zane.
I got hurt at the gym. Yeah.
Zane.
I told you I got hurt at the gym.
Zane, come here.
There it is. All right. See what we got here. Not bad.
All right, let me upload this one, boys. No, that's a successful case study, huh?
Congratulations.
Yo, we did it, guys.
And the summer dirt is on Saturday.
Yeah, I am there. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You'll definitely get into Alpha Beta Kappa. When you're in college, you're gonna have the honor of being sprayed with ketchup in a dark basement.
So how do you think he's gonna react to our little surprise?
We shall see.
Hey, have you looked at the folder I gave you?
Yeah, I can, because I got so much free time, man.
Can I ask you a question? Are you happy now?
Catch up if you're lucky. No, literally.
I'm closer.
Bro, I just said I said random Greek characters, bro. What do you want me to say? Real frat name, Teak? Like...
What's this?
Hey! Don't touch my stuff, man. Come on, dude.
All right, little pre-party snack.
Just something to help
2 Tylenol.
take the edge off, you know? Mm-hmm. Have some fun.
Oh, I don't really know about that.
Hey, invite can still be taken away.
Dude, you're telling me you don't want to take part in this? We've got some high-level acetaminophen. I don't even think you understand how much anti-inflammatory this is.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah. This shit'll constrict your blood vessels way more than anything else.
Cheers.
They, like, so clearly didn't eat that. Literally in front of his face. Literally in front of his face, he just threw it out the window. Oh, my God, you think it's a laxative? It's actually an estrogen pill. Good luck.
Hey, how's it going?
See?
Let's go.
Guys, what's up? Oh, how you doing? Hey.
Yeah, go. Hey, you look different.
Hey, Zoe, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, that's the point, right?
I've been trying to talk to you. You haven't answered any of my texts.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's like, wait, they actually just gave him drugs. That's like really weird. They like gave him drugs and then didn't take them.
I've been busy.
Like they bought like Xanax or MDMA or what? I mean, like whatever they were trying to make that. It was Tylenol, but whatever they were trying to make that seem like they gave him and then didn't take this guy.
The boys.
You've been hanging out with Blake.
Well, and Ryder and Cole. I know what you're doing.
Oh my God, is the brother gonna get hurt bone smashing and that'll lock the big brother in?
Hey, Zane. Big moment. Come on.
God blast.
You don't have to go every time he calls.
Everybody inside. Got a little surprise for everyone.
I love surprises.
Hey, case study. Let's go.
Case study? Come on, let's go. It'll be fun.
All right, listen up. Since everybody's been asking about what our summer program actually does, I figured we'd show you proof.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Are they just gonna make fun of him?
Blake, stop.
Relax. You guys, a happy ending.
Excuse me, guys. All right.
The face he made. What? What? He looks exactly the same.
Zane, with the most disgusting, embarrassing before I've ever seen in my life, and brother, that's saying a lot. Cheers, boys.
Bro, that's like crazy weird. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say they should have picked somebody else, but like they're being like the most disgusting before. Bro, he's like a very normal looking guy.
What is this?
What, you really thought we were your friends, bro?
Yeah. I thought you saw me as a friend. Not some experiment.
Hey, don't be dramatic, man, okay? This is the best you've ever looked.
What is this advice? Rules: no junk food, no junk food, no soda, 1 gallon of water, posture. Protect your energy.
Kian?
Back up, Mom. I'm gonna bone smash. I'll do it.
Mom, I can explain, okay? It's not...
Can you? I found Kian in your bathroom. Zane, he was trying to copy you. What do you have to say for that? Kian looks up to you. You're his hero. Do you want to see what he made you? Look at it.
That shit's AI, bro. ChatGPT made that. Hey, nice job, Grok. Good one on that. Your little brother that's also probably in like high school is drawing cartoons of you as a hero. I mean, come on. Being yourself is your power. Oh, like, bro, there's a level of like the message is valid, but the delivery is so lame. You're weird. You don't fit in. Shaking, upset, confused.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Kian. I need to be your superhero.
Hey, Mom told me
I'm
about...
sorry I went through your stuff. It's just everyone says we look alike. So if you hate how you look...
No, stop. There is nothing wrong
They look nothing alike.
with the way you look. Do you understand me?
Why are you trying so hard to change?
Because I was trying to be like everyone else. Like in those brochure and magazine covers. But you know what?
Oh my god, that's so corny. Zane the hero. Ugh.
I'd rather be this. Listen, there's nothing wrong with trying to improve yourself. So long as you don't actually lose yourself in the process. I took things a little too far. And I
Bro said it's a YouTube video, dog. They ain't gonna look exactly alike. I know. I'm just saying the point doesn't make sense.
don't want you to make the same mistakes I did, okay? Alright, buddy.
Oh, really, dude? That's crazy. I thought I was watching CCTV footage this entire time, and this is somebody's real life.
What's this?
Oh, I made it for your jacket while you were being emotionally unavailable.
Well, that's a very professional review of my summer. I deserve that.
He steals people's brains and make them think comments are facts. So what are you gonna do when you get back to school in the fall?
The jacket's back.
Hey, yeah, it is. My stylist said it had main character energy, so...
Your stylist sounds smart.
Yeah, well, he's 13 and he charges in the form of snacks.
Did you guys hear? Blake ended up in the hospital.
Did you hear? Blake died. Did you hear? Blake was bone smashing one night, and he just went too far.
He wanted everything to be perfect and took things a little too far at the party.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just, I don't know, I thought he had it all figured out, you know? Maybe he was also hurting.
I'll see you guys.
Come on.
Dude, do you think Darman's gonna come in at the end here? I don't know if he does that anymore. I love when he's like, I hope you guys enjoyed this Darman video. If you want to leave a like, I would really appreciate it, because sometimes people are going through things and you just have to support them through it. Looks maxing isn't everything, and sometimes you just gotta be in your own heart. Bro, come on, Darman, where are you at? Oh, he doesn't do that anymore? Never thought I would see a Darman video about looks maxers. We got collab on Darman. How high are the bills? Darman makes sad video after finding out about hypergamy. It's got main character energy, got me.
Jacket. It's got main character energy.
Wow, that one slipped by me. Raw milk plus sleep. Ancient humans do all day before jobs existed.
You wake up when your body is ready. No alarm, no schedule, no place you need to be. You sit up, stretch, and ask yourself one question. What should I do today? For 99% of human history, this wasn't a hypothetical. This was every single morning for roughly 300,000 years. And
yeah, bro, but you're not waking up in a fucking bedroom going, oh, no alarm clock. What do I do today? You're waking up because you're sleeping in the outside. You're sleeping in nature. The sun rises, there's animals about. You're probably just going to wake up because it's time to wake up. Like, if you had to work on, like, circadian rhythm clock and you lived outside, you probably would wake up at, like, 7 a.m. every day because the sun's up. Like, maybe you sleep, like, an hour longer tops, but then you got shit to do, dude. You're going to die if you don't get fucking food. I know there was, even in medieval times, like, once, like, alarm clocks didn't exist, but there were societies, there were people you could pay to, like, throw pebbles at your window to wake you up. Like, they would be your alarm clock. There was, like, a person whose job was to stay up, and, like, when the sun rose, you would wake them up. They were called knocker-uppers. Is that actually what they were called? Yeah, it was a job. Knocker-uppers were human alarm clocks, and they worked in Britain and Ireland during the Industrial Revolution. They were paid a few pence a week per person to wake up factory and mill laborers. Alarm clocks were expensive and unreliable. These people had long poles and pea shooters to, like, bang on windows, and they would wake your ass up. I love learning about jobs like that, like, used to exist, but now they're just, like, you know, in the future, irrelevant. So why would you ever have somebody do that?
now, modern humans spend about 90,000 hours of their lives working. That's roughly 1/3 of your waking existence dedicated to a job. But for the overwhelming majority of human history, jobs didn't exist. There was no employment, no wages, no boss, no career ladder to climb. So what did people actually do all day? Let's start with what we know for certain.
Fucking hunt, walk around. If I was a kid, I feel like most of it was like cultivating food, right? Like even before like farming, it was just like foraging for shit, hunting animals, making a fire, cooking the food, maybe improving on your shelter in some way, and then just fucking, you know. Infant mortality was through the roof. They had to constantly be having kids.
1963, archaeologist Richard Lee conducted a study that would change how we understand prehistoric life. He tracked the daily activities of the Dobeju.
When does gooning come in? I don't think they were ever gooning. I think they were just constantly having sex. Because it was like, if you were alive in like caveman times, the odds that you would live past the age of 5 was very slim. Like, you're probably dying when you're born. You're dying in the first year that you were born, or you're getting eaten or fucking some sort of disease in the first 5 years of your life. Like, one of the biggest things of science in general is the fact that we have reduced infantile mortality drastically. That's why our lifespan's up, right? There were a lot of people, like, when they say the average person didn't live till 25 in, like, caveman times, that's true, but the number's highly skewed from like people that died in infancy through early childhood. Like if you were a caveman and you lived to like the age of 20, odds are you might live to fucking 45. Like, you'll probably figure it out. You know, you're not going to live to like you're 80, but there were people that were living till their 40s in earlier caveman times.
Swansea people in Botswana, one of the few remaining groups still living in a way that resembles pre-agricultural human life. He found that adults spent about 2.5 days per
1 in every 2 newborns died at birth. That, and then even in newer societies like the Spartans, 1 in 2 newborns died at birth. Maybe it might have been a little bit lower in that earlier society, but Spartan society, if your kid had a defect, they'd fucking throw it off a cliff. So it's like, you're getting a pool rate of like fucking 30%. Like 30% of kids are actually making it into the adult world. Not even the adult world. 30% are getting cared for because the other 70% died or they threw it off a cliff. And then of that 30%, only like what? 80% of them live to, you know, a certain age. And then now they die when they're 20 because they have to enroll in the military and all this stuff. It was like brutal, man. Like, you always got to think, bro, Alexander the Great did all that shit before he was like 22. And then he died. Like, when you think of, like, people like that, like, Alexander the Great, he died when he was 32. Like, most of the shit he accomplished, he was, like, 20. We've all seen 300, mate, ... lol. Okay, Benny boy. We've all seen 300, the movie. They don't show them chucking babies off cliffs and the fact that to prove yourself in the Spartan army, you had to go kill slaves. They romanticize the Spartan army. The Spartans were brutal people. It wasn't allowed to kill, like, you weren't allowed to do it, but it was still an initiation ritual where you had to go fucking murder some guy. Like, there was crazy shit they did in Spartan societies that they didn't show in the fucking movies. It's just this war group of people where it's like, 300 men that are trained to go kill wolves and they have to prove themselves in the wilderness. It's like, yeah, it was more than that.
Anthropologists look. The Hadza in Tanzania, the Ache in Paraguay, the Martu in Australia. Completely different environments, different continents. Same result, about 15 to 20 hours per week spent on survival activities. For context, you probably work twice that. Now, some of you are thinking, but those are modern people. How do we know ancient humans lived the same way? Fair question, and the answer comes from bones. When archaeologists compare skeletons of ancient humans to early agricultural populations, the difference is dramatic. Farmers were shorter. Their bones show signs of nutritional deficiency. Their teeth were riddled with cavities from grain-heavy diets. They had arthritis in their spines from repetitive labor, and they died younger. Ancient human skeletons, taller, stronger, healthier teeth, less joint damage. Their bones tell a clear story. They were doing less repetitive physical labor, not more. But the most fascinating evidence comes from something archaeologists found that shouldn't exist if survival was a constant struggle: art. In 1994, explorers discovered Chauvet Cave in southern France.
Yeah, it was clear they had free time. Like, they had time to kill. Cave art, even Neanderthals, non-Homo sapiens did cave art. Like, other versions of humans did cave art. Like, they were efficient enough to do shit. And I always think about that, too. Like, imagine being alive in a time where other versions of people existed. Like, not just, like, Homo habilis or, like, Neanderthals. Like, what was that one group of people that lived on, like, island countries and they were 3 feet tall? No, it wasn't Homo erectus. Oh, my God. Not Homo habilis. I think it's Homo florensis. Florensiensis. Homo florensiensis. It was like a cave. I can't show this. They're naked. It was a type of people that lived in Indonesia. And this is before Homo sapiens. And they were like averagely 3 feet tall. Like full grown. It wasn't like they were like little people or something. Like they were like averagely 3 feet tall. This is like the skull structure of them. You could look it up. All the images, they're butt naked. But they were like really tiny. And they lived and like flourished for like thousands of years. Like none of them are alive anymore, but they were alive 50K years ago. And then they went extinct. We're all if you are from non-African descent, the average, like, European individual, like a Caucasian male, is, like, 1 to 2% Neanderthal. Because they crossbreeded. And then we killed them.
Created roughly
or outcompeted them.
30,000 years ago. Horses.
Sucks there's different types of humans. Well, I think it would ground people more if there were different types of humans. I think we hold ourselves at this higher echelon because it's like, oh, we're not animals, we're people. But like if there were different types of humans, you would be like, oh, we're just animals. Like it would be a lot more recognizable if there were like Neanderthals and Homo erectus still walking around. You'd be like, oh, there's like actually different types of fucking people, man.
Rendered with perspective, shading, and movement. These weren't crude stick figures. This was sophisticated art that required skill, planning, and most importantly, time. Someone spent hours, maybe days, deep inside a cave by firelight, painting animals on a wall. Not for survival, not for food, for beauty, for meaning, for something to do. In Blombo's cave in South Africa.
Well, and then even games. Like what, like you could look up like, I actually always look into this shit. Like what's the earliest board game? What's the oldest game played? Like what's the oldest game? Senet, an ancient Egyptian race game from the year 3100 BC. Bakamon from 3000 BC. So these were games for like 5,000 years ago. And then even then, there were probably just like stupid shit cavemen did. Like who could hit this tree with a rock?
Archaeologists found 100,000-year-old
Soggy Biscuit. Yeah, Soggy Biscuit. A classic. An instant classic.
100,000-year-old perforated shell beads. Tiny holes drilled through seashells, clearly meant to be strung together as jewelry. The nearest coastline was 20 kilometers away. Someone walked 40 kilometers round trip just to collect shells, then spent hours carefully drilling holes with stone tools, just to look good. In 2008...
Yeah, but I wonder how they had that. I feel like they had to be collecting and doing stuff in that time frame too, because like he's saying 15 to 20 hours a week was spent foraging and hunting. And yeah, I will say you want to be more sedentary because then you're burning more calories. Like there's no point. I'm forgetting that there's no food storage. So if you have food for the week, like say you have raw meat and you've cooked it, or you've like even maybe put it in salt, like earlier on, like humans figured that shit out. Like that's not lasting super long. Like if you have food, okay, I'm good for 3 days and then I got to go get more food. There's no point in getting food now because I have it right now. And if I get more food, it'll rot. So it's like if you kill a deer, now you just do nothing for 3 days because you and your tribe are fine. Like you're just chilling. So it's like, all right, let's kill time. Let's go fuck around. And then we got to go find food again.
Researchers found a 40,000-year-old flute carved from a vulture bone in Germany. 5 finger holes, perfectly spaced. Whoever made this understood music, they understood pitch, and they spent significant time crafting it. Not for hunting, not for defense, for music. These aren't...
Like, that's so cool, man. Somebody figured that shit out.
Isolated finds. Across Europe, Africa, and Asia, archaeological sites from 100,000 years ago onward are filled with evidence of decorative objects. Carefully crafted tools far more elaborate than necessary for survival.
From 100,000 years ago?
And items that required hours of focused work with no immediate practical benefit. This is what people did when they weren't securing food. They created. They decorated. They made things beautiful. So let's reconstruct a day. You wake up around...
Bro, I just want to know the first human that went, whoa, what? Who am I? You know? And then I assume that's where, like, it had to be, like, earlier language. Like, once language was made... You know, there were people that were using complex language to question feelings they once had. Like, before language, there might have been some sort of sentience and a feeling of, like, dread, and it's kind of unexplainable. And then now they're able to put it to words once they have language capabilities, like, generations down. And then there had to be a first guy that's like, wait, what are humans? Like, what are we?
The fire from last night is still smoldering. Someone adds wood. You eat leftover meat or fish from yesterday. Maybe some nuts or berries collected the day before. Breakfast is social. People talk. They plan loosely for the day. Not because they have.
If there was no language, did they have inner voice? No, because your inner voice would be what the language you spoke is. So it'd be more animalistic and emotional based, maybe image based, like imagery in your brain. But earlier languages, it started out as like, you could look into like how languages begin. Written language is a lot more complex in how I try to understand it. Like when we had to do this for like some fucking class I took. But it's like earlier humans, it started out as like just base grunts and like kind of emotional communication. And then it was more like common terms where they didn't have sentences that could string together. But if they said a like they would know like, meant fucking deer or some shit. That was a bad explanation. But, like, they had a common shared term for something, and then they got better at signing to each other if they had to be quiet. Like, oh, go over here. So they knew how to point and stuff. And then you start connecting that over thousands of years of, like, shared knowledge and what you're giving down to your kids, eventually they're able to talk like we are in like a stringed way. They're able to more complexly or more in a complicated way share how they feel or how they think.
To, because that's what humans do. Around mid-morning, a small group might leave to hunt or gather.
Because like you get what I'm saying very rapidly, but if you break down every word of every sentence that I'm saying, it's like it's correlated with some sort of meaning, right? You just get it because you've spoken English for your whole life or most of your life, or like you understand English fluently. But like if you're able to break down every term, it's like, oh, it's its own unique thing, obviously, with its own definition. This is a no shit moment. Somebody in chat say, no shit, Joe Bart, you're a dumbass, you're LARPing. What was I saying? Like that, it's just that over thousands of years just slowly combined. Boom, 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 boom. We need a word for this. Let's name it, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, no shit. I never understand how they put, like, an alphabet to something. Like, or earlier, like, Egyptian language makes more sense to me. Like the idea of having symbols that correlate with image in your mind, you know, having like a Latin root. Yeah. Or like a fucking vowel. Like a vowel was the biggest thing in written language, is like A-E-I-O-U, being able to like connect phrases in that way, because it's like what we're saying makes sense. But when you read a language, it's so verbally different. That's how you have people that are illiterate. It's because you can understand a language verbally, but like writing it down, you know English as a language in two different ways. You know Spanish as a language in two different ways. Like you could learn Japanese and never be able to read it, because it's like you actually know two different modes of communication.
Here's the key. You don't go every day. If the hunt was successful 2 days ago and food is stored, you might not leave camp at all. You might spend the morning working on tools, sharpening a spear, weaving a basket, scraping an animal hide to make it soft and usable. This isn't...
And that's why it's like, it's always based off of something. It's usually based off of vocal, like written language is based off vocal language. But for somebody that's like deaf that learns ASL is its own unique language that isn't correlated to spoken English. It's like its own fucking thing. They still understand both, but like somebody that is deaf reads, say, written English and also is able to communicate with American Sign Language.
Work in the modern sense. There's no clock, no supervisor. You do it because competence matters, because being skilled earns respect, because making things well is part of being human. If hunting happens, it's not the frantic chase you see in movies. Humans are persistence hunters. We track animals at a steady jog for hours until they overheat and collapse. We're the only species that can do this effectively because we can sweat and regulate our body temperature while running. Most animals can't. So we outlast them. The hunt might take 3 to 6 hours, including travel. Then the animal is carried back.
Or even when they had the hunt for exhaustion, yeah, might take that long. But even if you have an instance where they have bow and arrows and they shoot one, they might shoot a moose. Like if you're an earlier human, you shoot a fucking big ass animal. You hit a kill shot, but now you just kind of have to follow the moose around for fucking 9 hours till it collapses. Because you can't rush at it because it'll kill you. But you just have to wait from afar for it to fucking die and bleed out.
And by early afternoon, the productive part of the day is essentially over. What happens next is what modern people find hardest to understand. Nothing and everything. People rest. They sit in the shade and talk. They play with children. They groom each other, picking through hair, reinforcing bonds. They make...
If you're an earlier human, your chill time is the equivalent of being just like a more evolved ape creature.
Jewelry from shells or beads or animal teeth. They carve designs into bones or stones. They nap. Anthropologist James Sussman documented that among the Juhuansi, adults spend roughly 6 hours per day in what he called social time. Not working, not sleeping, just being with other people, talking, laughing, telling jokes, because in a world without money or police or written contracts, your survival depends entirely on your relationships. If people don't like you...
Yeah, but like when was there a fully spoken language where people were communicating in that way? What was the earliest spoken language? Well, I don't want to say an official language. It's impossible to know the first language ever spoken, true. Spoken languages leave no physical artifacts. Linguists estimate human speech emerged between 50,000 and 150,000 years ago, long before the invention of writing. Yeah, because written, that's where you're going to know is through written shit. Like Sumerians dating roughly back to 3400 BC, widely considered the oldest known written language. But even then, so say like 50,000 years ago, they had a definitive language they spoke to each other. Yeah, they just fucking chopped it up, just fucked around. But like, what stories is there to do, you know? Because, like, when you hang out with your friends, you guys live different lives. You meet up. You have stories to share, things to talk about. If you're in a hunter-gatherer society with 8 people that you live with on a daily basis and you are around them all day, every day, like, what is there to talk about? You're not giving each other hypotheticals. You're not having fun, like, ooh, what ifs? What do you think about this? Oh, pop culture stuff. It's all just about, like, chilling and fucking, oh, food. Maybe that's where, like, earlier religions and, like, beliefs took place because they would talk about that. Like, what do you think? Like, philosophical shit, but, like, more surface level. But I feel like it'd be, like, very shallow conversations, yeah.
They don't have to share food when you're hungry. So you invest enormous amounts of time in those bonds. Not because it's productive, because
they took shrooms and got geeked. I mean, we watched a video about that. Yeah, earlier ancient humans did get fucked up all the time.
it's how humans stay human. Then the sun sets, and this is when something remarkable happens. In 2014, anthropologist Polly Wiesner analyzed hundreds of hours of conversation recordings from the Zhu Huanzi. During the day, conversations were practical: who saw animal tracks where, which plants were ready for harvest, complaints about someone not sharing fairly. But at night, around the fire, 81% of conversations shifted to stories. Myths about how the world began, tales of ancestors who did impossible things, jokes that made everyone laugh, adventures from far away. Wiesner argued that this is where human culture was actually born. Gods, spirits, the past, the future. Things you can only think about when your stomach is full and you're safe. And people didn't go to sleep and stay asleep the way you do now. Historical records from medieval...
I mean, yeah, even earlier, like, more, like, philosophers in the thinkers sense were all just rich people, bro. Like Plato and all those guys, like, it was very rare you'd have a philosopher in, like, early Greek times not be just filthy rich. Because if you weren't rich, you were working, and you didn't have time to fucking sit on your ass and think about life for, like, endless amounts of time. So it's, yeah, during free time is when people have those thoughts.
Europe and sleep studies from the 1990s confirmed that before artificial light, humans slept in 2 phases. First, sleep for about 4 hours, then a wakeful period of 1 to 2 hours in complete darkness, then second sleep for another 4 hours. So here's what...
I feel like that's how I live regularly. I feel like that is kind of just how I wake up at, like, fall asleep, wake up 4 hours later, can't fall asleep for another hour, pass out.
a full day looked like.
And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, I could just, like, start my day. But then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to crash 5 hours from now.
About 4 to 6 hours securing food or making tools. About 6 hours in social interaction, storytelling, grooming, playing. About 8 hours sleeping in 2 separate phases. And the rest, resting, sitting, watching clouds, doing nothing in particular.
Oh my god, having a fucking posted up Minecraft spawn. Holy shit. Living in just like a dope-ass field on a beach, in a cave, in a mountain with a view.
Existing without needing to justify your existence through productivity. Then, about 10,000 years ago, something changed. Humans in the Fertile Crescent began planting seeds and domesticating animals. Agriculture. And agriculture is a trap. Once you start farming, you can feed more people. More people means you need more food. More food means more farming. Within a few generations, populations exploded and there was no going back. Because now there were too many mouths to survive by hunting and gathering. You were locked in. And farming required far more labor. Plowing, planting, weeding, harvesting, storing, defending crops from animals and raiders. The skeleton...
But that's the only reason any of us are alive. Like, if we didn't have agriculture and mass population growth, none of us would exist because your parents would have never met and your parents' parents would have never met. Like, there would be people and humans still on Earth, but they would all be very localized populations of hunter-gatherers that stayed in that circle for thousands of years. Like, if you have like, maybe your parents were in the same area, but, like, your grandparents might be from 2 different countries. Like, and then their grandparents are from a different area. Like, you would have never had people intermingle, like, culture-wise or race. Like, if you're mixed, like, especially that. Like, if you're, like, half black, half Caucasian, there would have been 0 chance your ancestors would have fucking met without agriculture.
Early farmers worked harder, ate worse, and died younger than the hunter-gatherers who came before them. But the population kept growing, and with larger populations came specialists, toolmakers, potters, weavers, inventors, then soldiers, priests, administrators, and eventually jobs. employment. The idea that your time belonged to someone else in exchange for resources. By the time we built cities, the original human lifestyle was gone, replaced by schedules, obligations, the need to work most of your waking hours just to survive in the system we created. Today, you spend 90,000 hours working.
And it's a constant loop of return to increase production. Like, any surplus of goods is reinvested into the system to grow the system. Like, we're constantly serving the future rather than the present. Anything that you do that's like, oh, this is more efficient, now we could do this. No, let's, like, we watched a video about that with factories. Like, if you're able to, like, more effectively produce energy, instead of just making energy cheaper, you just make more shit that needs energy. Like, that's why prices of that stuff never go down. Because whenever we get better at making something, you just make more things that need that shit. Because now we'll just keep that at like a stagnant $2. We'll make it more efficient, and then we'll add more stuff. So you have more luxuries, but those luxuries never get cheaper.
Your ancestors spent way less. You sleep in one block and call waking up at 2 a.m. insomnia. They slept in 2 phases and used the middle hours for reflection. You spend your life chasing an illusion of greatness, achievements, wealth, and success by standards society invented. They woke up every morning already free, already enough, and at peace with nothing to prove to anyone. They didn't need to become successful. They were already living the life you're working.
Yeah, I wonder if there was like a level of, like, what level of depression existed within earlier humans. I don't think it was ever depression. I think there was higher rates of anxiety. Like, that's what I think existed more. I think depression was very far and few between in earlier humans, and it was almost certainly just full-on anxiety. Because you're just worried about dying. Worried about the future. Your fucking leg's injured. You're bleeding out. You have an infection. Like that type of shit.
Working your entire existence to retire into. You make art if you can find time after your job.
Like, you trade freedom for safety in modern society. Like, the freedom of this era was better, but it's like you could die at any time. There's no net to catch you.
Made art because they had time, and that's what humans do. We're not a different species, but we live so differently from how humans lived for 99% of our existence that we might as well be. We traded freedom for food security, leisure for population growth, time for productivity, and most of us have no idea what we gave up, because we never knew it was there.
You think somebody said you think they gambled? Maybe, but I don't know, dude. Imagine being the first guy that made a casino. Holy fucking printing. You're the first guy that invented, like, blackjack, and you're the house. Fuck. You probably raked in money, man. Going to the OG slots. Well, not even the OG slots, bro. Those were, like, glitchable. I'm just saying you're the first dude that invented, like, a roulette wheel. Bet on it. And you're just the house. Infinite. The last honest streamer. It's a video about queso.
And the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is. The more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with million-dollar mansions, celebrity subathons, streamers buying their 10th dream car. Everything seems to be built around the question, how...
I don't know. I'm going to have the take that I think the streaming world is pivoting back to desktop. And I think Jinxie and Queso are paving that. I think that there was this, like, year-long span of, like, IRL, big event, blah, blah, blah. And you? Well, no. I'm, like, way behind them on the streaming sense. On YouTube, I'm bigger than Jinxie, not Queso. But, no, like, Queso and Jinxie are, like, the desktop guys, you know? Part of becoming an adult is going to the doctor and checking on your health. But making an appointment and even finding a doctor can be a pain, and that is where ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, comes into play. ZocDoc makes it easy to find local doctors that fit your needs and insurance. Just input location, type of doctor needed, and when you want an appointment, and ZocDoc will show you nearby doctors that you can schedule right away with the click of a button. I have alpha-gal, or the red meat disease, and before I knew I had it, I just started having symptoms of it. I was breaking out in hives constantly, and I had no idea what was wrong with me. I had never been to an allergist in my entire life, and I had no idea where any of them were or how to even get in contact with one. And when I went on ZocDoc and I searched up allergists, they showed me all the ones in my local area and helped me get an allergist that I needed. Being young does not equate to not needing appointments. Keeping your health in check matters, and ZocDoc is there to help you be proactive for your health. They have more than 150,000 providers with over 200 specialties in all 50 states. They also have real patient reviews and doctor profiles to help you find who you want. If you have a problem, get it checked out. And if you're young, get checkups. Even if you feel fine, it's great to stay proactive and have a baseline so you know when something's going wrong and when you need to change something alongside your medical practitioners, which you're able to find with ZocDoc. I know it seems small, but clicking the link in the description is the first step in prioritizing your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/Bartolozzi to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you to ZocDoc again for partnering with us and for helping us take better care of our health.
How much money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Queso is in
a 720p webcam in a dark room wearing a hoodie. Playing Fall Guys still 50K viewers. Playing Fall Guys in 2026 and still pulling 50K views. Bro, that game is dead. That game is dead, and it's still so entertaining to watch him play it. That's like the weirdest. I think about that constantly. I'm like, Queso still plays Fall Guys. Like, that is, dude, he plays Fall Guys, and he has fucking 100x viewers versus Fall Guys player base. Like, I think he is single-handedly keeping that game, like, afloat. Like, monetarily. Like, I think if Queso didn't play Fall Guys, that game would just be dead. Like, no one would play that, and nobody plays it. Right? How many active players are on Fall Guys? This only might show Steam stats. Right now, there's 640 people on Steam on Fall Guys. That's excluding console players, but it does say on average, Fall Guys averages 1,000 players. That's bad. What's like a normal game? Like not Subnautica 2 or something that just dropped. What's like a game that's not popping but isn't dead? Don't say Fortnite. Fortnite's fucking still huge, even though it is dying. What's like, like Overwatch, or, like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is like a forever game. It's not like popping, but it's still huge. Yeah, they have 114,000 people on Marvel Rivals right now. 114K. Wow, they've actually been like doing pretty well. What's Overwatch at? I'm just curious. Overwatch is 64K on Steam, but they also have other launchers.
It's interesting, because on paper, he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Queso, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume sucks. It's the slot machine, bro. It's the meta. Playing indie horror games is infinite content. There are, dude, I actually could play 5 hours of horror games every day for the next 6 years. There are like 100 new horror games a month.
Fucks, kid.
I mean,
and they're so fun though. It's just straight slop. It's like, dude, it's feel-good content. Why don't you? I do. I play horror games every week. Not as much as Queso, but I play horror games a lot.
Your entire job is getting people to watch you. You don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But Queso...
No, you don't. I played The Family Trip the other day, which is a game where you go camping with like a divorced family and then everybody just dies. Like there's no plot. There's no plot. It's just funny though because the characters are so stupid. It's like, dude, oh my God, I was so high in that too.
So did.
Queso did not respond to my message.
And somehow...
Bro, Queso don't be collabing. Queso don't be... fucking traveling. Queso don't do really many sponsors. Queso actually could be... Queso's already still top 5 biggest Twitch streamers. Queso could be the biggest creator on YouTube gaming and Twitch-wise. Not even close if he just streamed with people. Like, collabs is like a cheat code for views. Like, if you fucking stream with another guy that's bigger, all you gotta do is just stream with people that's why you see all these top guys just stream with each other. Like, you see all the core guys stream with each other because it just fucking fills their view counts. Like, if Queso and Jinxie stream together every day, Queso would average 100K.
Despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're supposed to do, he's still one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen?
Oh my God, he has the perfect audience, too.
The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because Queso's had the odds stacked against him since day one. Case Baker grew up in rural Arkansas. His hometown has a population just over 1,500.
Holy shit. Queso's from Arkansas? I knew he's from the South. I didn't know what state.
Hometown has a population just over 1,500. It's the kind of place where a new Walmart makes the front page, and where the church...
Oh my god, that's big news. That's big news in that city.
Churches outnumber the stoplights. Towns like that don't have a lot going on. So, as a quiet kid, Case did what quiet kids in quiet towns have always done. He disappeared into a screen. In this case, a PlayStation. Call of Duty on repeat.
Disappeared? Bro, I just feel like if you're a kid in Arkansas in like the early 2000s, because Queso's like, what, 26, 28? I feel like, bro, you just playing old Call of Duties and riding dirt bikes.
And when YouTube started blowing up in the
going fishing
early 2010s, he was right there watching Nate Shot. And
Queso is not 19. Are you guys on crack? Queso was born in the 90s, chat. Queso's way older than 19. That's an inside joke? Oh, does he say he's 19?
Optic Guys built something that didn't exist.
Does he say he's 19?
A decade earlier. He watched gaming turn from a thing you did after school into an actual career.
Well, how does this sound? Making a living and even a small fortune just playing video games.
The biggest names were clearing their parents' annual salaries in a single weekend. And after watching that, it became Case's dream job. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube. Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working 2 at a time, just to keep the lights on. For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of watching other guys his age blow up online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on.
But more boring. But more boring. Dude, I think like 2019, this is just like, it's obviously subjective take, but I think the streamers that exist now are objectively more entertaining than the streamers from like 2018 to 2022. Bro, most of Twitch in like the Fortnite days was just people that were good at video games and had no personality. Like, there were guys that weren't that, but like pre-COVID, most of Twitch was just pro gamers. Like, that's it.
By the end of it, Case was broke. Burnout.
Like Ninja and Myth, Daquan, they were like the first personalities. Tfue, like they were the first guys that had more to say than he's cracked. Ludwig, bro, Ludwig blew up in like COVID. Ludwig was big in like 2020. Like, I'm saying pre that. I'm saying like 2017 streamers. Like Pokimane and like the 5 other people. Those are like the only people that are like memorable. Oh, Tyler won. Oh, never mind. My point is completely removed. Tyler 1 was the pinnacle of streaming. Oh my god, that guy was so entertaining. He still is so entertaining. Dude, oh my god. Tyler 1 days when he was banned from League, Delore. Never mind, I'm wrong. There are gems. There are gems, but they're far and few. That's Queso?
He was 1 bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office.
That's AI.
And signing up for the military. Then his mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed everything. Why not take a real shot?
Wow, Queso was gonna join the military.
The whole streaming thing. What's the worst that happens? Now, streaming is one of the most competitive.
That is him. It's just an older photo.
Jobs on the planet. And
dude, I'm gonna have the take that I think Queso could just no warm up bench 315. Like, he just has that fucking barrel build. That's just like, he could just go he could just sit down on a bench, hit 315, get up and walk away.
If you're like Case, trying to pursue it full time, you need to understand.
It's not hard when you weigh 400 pounds. Queso does not weigh 400 pounds.
There's levels to this.
How tall is Queso? Bro, he probably was like 280. 300. If he's like 6'2", if he's like 6'2", he probably was like 300 pounds. Bro, weighing 400 pounds? I don't think you've ever seen somebody in real life that weighs 400 pounds if you think Queso weighs 400 pounds.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct...
Sorry, what levels did he just say?
Levels to this. Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct translation from Twitch viewers to money. So for the sake of the example, we're going to say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers. Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable.
That's a very fair assumption. I would agree with that. I think it really is an average. because Twitch viewers is so fluctuative on income off subs, how many cyclical chatters you have, how many hours you're streaming, and how many ads you're running, that like to be able to stream full time, I would say you have to average between 60 and 150. It varies depending on audience. Like, you could be a 60 viewer streamer and be full time, but like the average full time streamer that wants to make like 35K annually, you probably need like 120 viewers, and you probably need to stream like 50 hours a week.
It's not.
Which is more than a 9 to 5, but you're also sitting at a desktop.
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it.
Wait. What did he just say?
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform.
18.4 million people streamed in the last year?
18.4 million people opened up Twitch.
Wow. 18.4 million people streamed. Not even watched a stream.
And broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1.
Actually made it to level 1. 100K. 18.4. Or did he say 8.4? He said 18.4 million people streamed last year. How many of them have 100 viewers? 100,000. I think there's probably 100,000 streamers that average over 50 viewers. Over 100, maybe 50K? 50K streamers? More? You think there's more than 100,000 streamers on Twitch with over 100 viewers? I don't know, man. There's so many spaces on Twitch. You got if you just scroll the gaming category, it's just like endless.
Seriously, throw a number out there. The answer is 165,000.
That's not that far off. That's not that far off. I actually lowballed it.
500.
Yeah, 165,000 full-time streamers.
36. That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level 1, there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding!
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Queso and don't love your day job. Maybe you're not all that interested in streaming.com to start your business today. Queso hit level 1 in the first hour.
God, man, it's like a fucking mind virus. You just know when an ad's coming.
1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, yo. Wait, what? Queso averaged 100 viewers in his first stream?
Today.
Because in like 24 hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see, Queso hit level 1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, y'all came through deep from the top, man.
In the days before he went live for the first time.
Oh, was he streaming on TikTok and like posting clips? Because I'm pretty sure he just, like, his first like half year streaming was just 2K, right? He was like big in the 2K space.
Queso was already laying the ground.
Isn't that weird how like most streamers, there's so many streamers like Aiden Ross and Queso. Who else streamed 2K and got big? Didn't Speed used to be a 2K creator? So many guys streamed 2K and then abandoned that shit. Like, cause fuck 2K. Los, yeah, Neon. There's so many guys. Kai was a YouTuber though. There's so many guys that streamed 2K, got big, and then just dipped because 2K sucks.
Groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23. And on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock in the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep it.
Oh my god, is that why his stream time was 6 p.m. Central? But now he streams at like 10, bro.
His eyes open.
He'd be running a night shift.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why do I gotta go work?
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said, call the boss, quit, this your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually mattered, he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh. Bruh.
But Queso kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke.
That's so smart of him, man, because it is like, there's so many people that get big on Twitch, and for like a month, they're making 1,000 a day. And they're going, holy, I am set. And then they fall off. And now they don't have a job. So it's like, oh, fuck. You know, like no, that happens all the time. All the time. Amount of people, not less on streaming, more on TikTok. But like, that was like earlier. You remember the amount of content houses and shit? Motherfuckers just full committing to like moving across the fucking world, starting content up. Then they fall off. And it's just like, oh, shit. I can't run this trend into the ground anymore. Like,
he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
That's pretty fair. Because that was probably pre $3 split. So if he hit 5K subs, he's making 10K. He's making what, 10,250 a month? Or no, 12,500 a month off subs. So he's making like over 100K a year. And then he decides he could quit.
This the day we're gonna remember.
Because that's secure enough to where if you fell off, you'd have enough leeway money. Wow, he had the zombie sub emote. Chat, yo, this is like recognizable to anyone that fucking streams. If you ever started streaming, this is like this is the default sub. Why it's a zombie, I don't know. This is like OG stream setup. Like this is like your 5th stream ever. Like you have the zombie. Dude, mine's the fucking Joe Bart. Mine's still the old one. I don't even know if my alert box works anymore. How do I test that? Well, it's and Finn for the sub. IX. Now Alex. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I used to have that. I want to say, appreciate how much you are. Keep up the work. Oh, no. You can't have TTS. You can't have TTS. TTS can be really bad. No, I'm not keeping that shit. It's so distracting. It's so distracting. I don't have my alert box anymore.
Remember forever, you feel me? This is a day we gonna remember forever.
I could do a TTS day, but people just spam I. That or they say like some crazy shit. I don't think there would ever be a problem with TTS. There 100% would be. Max up for the sub.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Queso's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full-time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I finally took the leap, and y'all can't.
I never dreamed. I never pursued being a content creator, but I always used to commentate my own Clash of Clans gameplay on the toilet.
Came through for you, boy.
I remember wanting to be like a gamer, but like mobile games. I remember I was like, damn, dude, how sick would this be to be like, yo, y'all remember the OG Clash of Clans creators? They would gem their town hall to like town hall 10, and I'd be like, dude, if I had the money to make that a YouTube video.
For real, y'all came through crazy.
All right, guys, so we're gonna be doing a Hog Rider build today.
Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audio...
Holy shit!
And when you're trying...
Was that download or upload? He has 1 megabit per second download.
Connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next.
What does that mean? To download Call of Duty would take like 6 days.
Eventually, numbers started slipping.
I don't even know how he was live. Like, I don't know how he was broadcast. Well, streaming's upload speed. But him having a 1 download, I don't know how he was streaming.
For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game. Hogwarts.
Oh my god, Hogwarts Legacy is when he blew up, and that's like not that hype of a game. I remember seeing his Hogwarts clips on TikTok.
Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway. Clipped a moment and posted it to TikTok.
Wasn't that like a bad game, most people would say? I feel like that game didn't do that great.
Look, I see the sun.
That's even more shocking.
Peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is.
I want to look at his Twitch tracker. Here's mine for fucking perspective. This is like every month you could see where the views up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You usually have dip months, peak months. Like, let's look at Jinxie too. Jinxie was bottomed out for like 3 years. And then right around here, he just starts peaking. Jinxie's in like second arc right now. What is that face? What is that? What is that face he's making right now? Looks like a Queso. Wow, Queso's like the most consistent creator ever. Like, yeah, 600 views first month. Dipped down to 189 average in January of 23. And then he hit in January of 24, he hit 56K, and he has literally averaged that every month for 2 years. Wow. 60 seconds? Bro, he has like 1,000 hours in that game. Well, now it's probably a yearly salary a day, but I'm saying when he had 2,500 viewers, he was probably making like 300K a year.
Heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and level 3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are, just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same
Speed lighting off fireworks in his bedroom.
streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The room
Lighting is still not dialed in on Speed's camera. Speed at 100K viewers on a webcam.
The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in, and it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my...
That's where I disagree. Next is the move to LA. The gun goes off. Nope.
Dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing...
Now in the streamer days, it's you move to Austin, Texas. That's where every fucking streamer on the face of the earth lives. Outside of like the core boys and like some OG streamers. Now it's I moved to Austin, Texas or Atlanta.
50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cat.
Or they live in LA, but they own a place in Nevada and say they live there six months and a day out of the year, so they get state taxed in Nevada.
Cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday.
6 months and a day, because it has to be your property. Like if you want to claim that you live somewhere and get state tax in that, because streaming, normally you're getting taxed in the state that you make your income, but streaming you get taxed in whatever area you're in while you stream. So like streamers will try to say that they live in Nevada like 6 months out of the year. Not all of them. A lot of them just eat the taxes, but...
Day and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in the conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but there's like certain streamers that only like there's certain streamers that collab in any way that they can, and then there's streamers that collab when they want to. Okay, there's three things. Streamers that collab with everybody they can, that is big. Streamers that collab anytime they want, and streamers that just don't collab. Queso never collabs. I feel like I collab infrequently, but like I'll do Jinxie's tournaments or gaming days. I might go to an event. Like I did the thing with Jack Pembroke. Like I might do streamer games or something like shit like that. But usually like I don't go to streamer awards or I don't do that stuff. But like then there's streamers that just do every single fucking thing. Any collab they could do.
That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's...
He sometimes collabs with Sketch and Jinxie. Yeah, but it's like once a month. maybe less.
Bulletproof for
Queso is 99% a solo streamer.
guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution, but Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over. And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow...
How, bruh? Like, bro, come on, just get a setup. Like... He has a sponsor with Starforge. He has a sponsor with Starforge PCs. He could get sent like $20,000 PCs for free, and he's holding them up with fucking dictionaries. Like, why are we doing that? Like, I just don't.
I've gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts,
4K, I literally could see the pixels on your face.
It's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared in a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh! Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could—
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like, he's, like, pulling it. Like, it's like, and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have like a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has like a sick-ass warehouse that's like really expensive with like a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in mind. But
to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I was broke, but it was alright because the job was cool. Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know.
Bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, bro, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, If I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours, even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that, I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory, and the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida. And that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when we were...
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time...
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s? He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh yeah, I've been to like Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of like Florida? Or out of Arkansas?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I'll be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso!
He never there, bruh. It's always his face.
Oh.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them, bro. That shit's just in L.A., man. I'm like, am I really gonna? I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back.
Mr. Beast tweeted you. Oh yeah, I talk.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna go to L.A. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event, like Streamer Games. I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm gonna fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
it'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
Blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the...
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking, you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like...
Top 1%.
Streamer Awards, it's not really...
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once...
Great GamerStop's flavor. That was Goof Juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left...
Code Bart!
...the state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for someone
wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chad, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
All the questions. It's his rules at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break, because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And dude,
the only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh no.
I was about to
oh no.
pass out.
And then I'm going to have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant...
Fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's going to sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just right onto my head?
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the #3 spot on Twitch. Almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
Definitely gonna do this full time. Hey, I hope.
I don't understand how he was live.
Bro, CJ, that'd be a dream come true for you, boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We're about to hit 10 million!
I gotta turn this off. Come on.
No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it!
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming in
Oh
the
my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
first place.
That's a dadgum
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no
Bro,
complaints.
that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work. Like, the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I worked with my dad. We were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living, but it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality,
Bro said electricians. Yeah, if you're like if you're the dude standing out on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit. That's pretty rough.
he made sure that the
All right, maybe it was a bad example, comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
two people who spent their lives building
Yeah, why
up
are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill.
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we can all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. I was gonna say they're retired because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart W fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, Paul dissed a bunch of religions. He kind of dissed Christianity specifically. And we're going to see what he says, and we're going to talk about it because it is kind of a recent controversy. We're not going to watch this whole thing. Obviously, it's just this little clip here. These two, basically. And we're going to skip around as well. I'm not going to watch everything flat out.
We did a photo shoot.
then Logan Googled Jesus Christ and started posing like him. And I was like, it's okay.
No.
You want to be like your hero.
No. It was the lost Leonardo.
Is that what it was? I just saw pictures of Jesus, and you were like,
picture of Jesus. He did like a cool thing with his like hand, and I wanted to like recreate it for a photo because I'll be honest with you, bro. Jesus Christ fucks.
Oh God, bro.
And people don't think that about him. That guy is.
What? I mean, like, I understand he's trying to make a joke, but what do you... Now he's trying to explain it. You're like, yeah, you could make that joke. It's still kind of, I don't know if I would make that joke. But like, how are you gonna say he fucks? He's Jesus Christ. He didn't do anything. This kind of goes against the premarital sex thing of Christianity.
You have to be very careful when you mock, or not mock even, but when you become playful with people's religions. Religion is a very, very intimate relationship that people have in their lives. I likened it.
Mocking someone's religion is most times worse than mocking someone's political opinion. Even if you don't, somebody's religion, it kind of defines them, right? If you have one, right? If somebody's like a deep-rooted Christian or Muslim, or they're Jewish or Confucianist or Buddhist, whatever they are, right? If they hold that near and dear to them, that kind of represents what they think about life, what they think about the afterlife, what they think about everything. It defines them as a person. And so, more than politics does. And so, if you diss that, that's like, ugh, right? And yeah, faith is subjective. The definition of faith is the strong belief in God or the doctrines of religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. But it's something that doesn't affect you, right? And so when you have arguments about politics and it's something that's subjective, that is kind of more for an open discussion, as religion is. You can talk about religion and you could say, like, I talk about religion to you guys all the time. I'm an agnostic. I'm a philosophy and religion major. I learn about this shit all the time. And I disagree with a lot of religions, but you kind of just have a respectful, peaceful conversation. You don't sit there and just say, well, this religion is just fucking stupid. The only time you can say that is about Scientology, because it's a fucking money scam. But, generally speaking, you don't diss someone's religion like that. It's just fucked.
That's hand throwing shit.
I know,
right?
but is she ugly?
It doesn't matter. If I walked in and I said, yo, your girl's ugly, you would punch me in the face.
But she's not ugly.
But
That's fine,
would you
but I'm
say that?
saying-
Would you say that? Would you tell somebody that his wife is ugly?
I wouldn't say that. No, I would not go out of my way.
Okay.
But if she was ugly,
and he
then
asked
would
you,
you say,
hey, do you think my wife is ugly?
No, not even that. But
You would say yes. Nah. Yo, if your best friend, chat, your best friend's dating a girl or a guy or whoever. They come up to you, they say, are they ugly? You say no. Even if they're not. Hey, if they're talking to them, whole different story, right? Because they're not a thing yet, right? But if they're dating, you don't just flat out call your friend's girlfriend, boyfriend, or whoever ugly. That's just fucked.
I don't think that we have to condemn sex before marriage.
But that's that you can talk about that, right? You can give your points about that aspect of it. You could say, I think this is a problem with Christianity, and you can. I've said similar things. I say, people ask me, why aren't you a Christian anymore? And I'll go into a lot of those things, right? But that's going into your issues with the Catholic Church's stance on homosexuality and other things of that sort is entirely different than saying, yeah, your religion's wrong.
So don't condemn it.
I don't know if I can. I just don't know if I can get behind. Like, that's silly to me. That seems silly to me. So I think it's a silly practice to engage in, and I think it deserves.
See, you don't want to. See, it's the wording, though. Logan, you've been on social media longer than anyone. You just flat out, you just said Christianity is quote unquote silly. You don't want to. It's just the wording. What are you saying?
First of all, every religion, Muslims, Jewish people, Christians, they all believe.
Well,
that
Georgie, that's the other thing.
Let him
Everyone,
talk. Let him speak.
That's the other thing.
Let him speak.
You all think you're right, and you think that the Muslims are going to hell, and they think that you're going to hell, and the Jews
I
think
never
that.
said that. You can't.
And that's I know he's not. I know that's not necessarily true for every religion, but a lot of religions do believe, or every religion, obviously. If you're a part of that religion, they believe they're the right religion. And at the end of the day, not everybody can be right. But until you die, faith is subjective in that ideal, right? It might be objective for the holder of that religion, but it's subjective for everybody else. So sitting there and being a dick about it is just fucked in either regard. If a Jewish person made fun of a Muslim or vice versa or anything, it's just like no one's right and no one's wrong.
I am not the guy who decides who's going to heaven or hell.
But doesn't your scripture say something about if you're not subscribed to Christianity?
Oh,
you're basically it's a sin, and you're
you
going to be
can only
banished?
go through the Father, through the Son. Yeah. So Christianity believe that through Jesus you could be saved, but that doesn't mean
Only
I
through
go
Jesus,
condemn.
not Allah.
But question: what makes you think I'm going around condemning people? That's what I want to know. Because you always put that on me. You always yell at me about.
The only point I've ever made, and it's something that I've also been kind of confused upon, but I'm not dissing anybody for it. A lot of the idea of kind of the ignorance of like a child, like an infant could not go to hell. They haven't committed sin. They don't know what is the difference between right and wrong in that moment, right? It's kind of similar to somebody that's never heard about Christianity. So an issue is a lot of missionaries go and spread the word of God, which is good. If they spread the word of God, but that person doesn't become Christian, my question, and I don't know the answer to this, and I actually ask my professors this a lot, is if a missionary is going and spreading the word of God to people that don't know about Christianity, are they therefore condemning that person to hell because they just told them about Christianity but didn't convince them to believe in it?
I believe that there have been, I think
but
there have been
the atheists aren't guided by anything other than their own personal beliefs, which, by the way, could be right or could be wrong.
Okay.
But, and I'll say this again. At the end of the day, I don't know shit.
Okay, so
and I'm
my
not
question
saying
is
one
this.
thing or another. I just am definitely questioning why we have to perpetuate a belief that is fucking silly.
I agree, but
But it's just the wording that he says it is so bad. Like, dude, yes, point out the issue of, like, homophobia inside certain sects of, like, people that are Christian, but don't say, oh, all Christians are homophobic. Don't say, oh, all Christianity is wrong because of this.
What is it that is so bothersome about George's belief that
I would love to speak about this too, by the way.
We all can. Can I speak as well?
I know, but I keep getting like cut off.
You're not,
and
because
talked
I'm on your side and I'm trying to
No,
help
I get it,
you,
but I
and
feel like you're
promise you-
speaking for me, and I don't agree with everything.
I'm
you're
asking him a
saying.
question.
I feel like that
I'm
too,
asking.
Mike.
I'm asking him a question.
Yeah, that was such a gaslight. I feel like that too, Mike. I feel like. No, I mean, he is speaking for George, but like, Logan just, yeah, I feel like that too.
I know, but I'd love to talk because
Can I finish my question? Have him answer
Bro, they're just dissing Mike now.
it, and then you could go uninterrupted for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. What is it about that idea of live and let live that is, or not doing that is so difficult to do? Like, why can't George just believe in what he wants to believe in? Someone else can believe in what they want to believe in, and everyone can have their own.
No, they can. And that's where I always end up. Like, I'm not here to try to change anyone's mind, but I'm always here for the conversation because I find it.
The good answer to that of him asking why can't someone believe what they believe and why can't somebody else believe what they believe? You can. The only issue where that arises is politics. What you believe religiously is not an issue to anyone else until it involves politics, which is why many people believe that the separation of church and state should be in place, because politics and religion are two completely separate things. Religion and politics are very intertwined, though. You can spout with almost 100% accuracy who somebody will vote for based on their religion, wealth, born sex, and what was the last one? It's religious belief, wealth, born sex, location, and I think that's it. If you give me those four things, I can generally guess whether or not you're Republican or Democrat voting-wise with like almost 100% factual proof. I think Jewish people vote for Democrat, I think 83% of the time. The more often you go to church, the more likely you are to be Republican. If you go to church like every day, I think it's like if you're like an evangelical Christian, there's like a 93% chance. If you're a born again evangelical Christian that goes to church every day, there's like a 93% chance you vote Republican. If you're a Catholic and you go to church once a month, it's like 53 or something. Like there's a whole chart for this. I could just Google it. Should I Google it? You can see this one's from 2014. I'm just pulling up a base one, but like there's a lot of graphs on this. Like Mormons 70% of the time vote Republican, Catholic, but this is also this is a shitty graph for the fact that it doesn't take into account religious attendance and church attendance, but what you vote for, generally speaking, intertwines with your religion greatly. That's the only issue with people having different religious beliefs, is the fact that it is intertwined with politics. Outside of that, there's no problem. But yeah.
And if you express your higher power, I'm all ears. And I will listen to you for days and express, because there's a lot of takeaway I could learn from it. All I'm saying is, I think you're so quick because you believe in something so much that you're determined for me to see it from your point of view. And that's how wars are started.
What do you think I believe in, George? Because it sounds like you have a misconception about what you think I believe.
Buddy, you cannot tell me about misconception and you keep misquoting the Bible and you keep putting me into a box that I'm not in. You keep bringing up that I bash gay people all the time. When have I ever done that?
Bro, that is a staple of your religion, and it's not bashing gay people; it's condemning them.
But have
for what
you,
they as
George Janko, as
ridiculous.
your best friend, have you ever seen me?
I'm not defending the segment here, but I think Logan's also they're both he's misquoting what Christianity is basically saying. Christianity is not against, and I'm not Christian, by the way. Christianity, I always have to say this because people get mad at me. Christianity does not disagree with the idea. It is not a sin in Christian religion to be gay. It is a sin in Christian religion to do sexual activities with someone of the same sex, because you cannot have a kid doing that. For sex to be allowed in the Christian religion, you have to be in love with the person, married, and you have to be able to have a kid or be somewhat capable of having a kid, in my knowledge. Certain subsects might disagree with that, but to my knowledge and what I've learned, the reason homosexuality is condemned in Christianity is because you can't have a kid with someone of the same sex during sexual activity. I disagree with that. I think homosexuality is perfectly fine. I think homosexuality is a part of human life, and that is one point where I disagree with Christianity as a whole. But saying that George is homophobic because he's Christian is just stupid.
To any straight man or gay man or any type of person ever have ever shown any hatred ever.
No, but you're in the same boat with a large group of people that do.
I believe I'm in the same boat with a lot of hypocrites, and I do agree. I think there's a lot of hypocrites, but you can't paint me out to be like somebody I'm not.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about religion is what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
What do you think I believe?
You?
What is Logan asking him? What does this have to do with the fucking conversation? He's saying you're being disrespectful to other religion. And Logan's like, what do you think I believe? How the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm like getting confused.
And I believe that your energy is the same of me. But this is the way I want all of us to like be together. Like at the end of the day, bro, I can never prove to you that Jesus Christ exists. I can never do that. You can never prove that your belief system exists. But what we could do is have like-minded conversations and
Exactly! Yo, W fucking George for that. Oh my God. That's what I've been saying this whole damn fucking last 30 minutes.
grow from it. And I want there to be love in the conversation.
Yeah. You objectively believe in it yourself, but you can't factually prove it to somebody else that has a different subjective belief.
Everyone.
Same as faith doesn't work for everybody.
Correct.
Everybody's going to find a practice that works best for them.
I know, and I know George, and I know very well.
Yeah.
And I know you could benefit a lot from a therapist.
Okay. And noted. I do feel like, and no disrespect to anybody, I think when it comes to emotional intelligence, I think I'm the smartest one here. When it comes to emotional intelligence, I'm sorry, and I will say this confidently in front of all of you guys.
I'm happily willing to bow out as of the ride.
Who do you think's strongest emotionally? I don't know why Logan's sitting here. I will say he seems well in tune with himself. Like he checks up on his friends. Yeah, even if he's going through shit himself, George seems like he kind of has it down. I don't know. Logan's has to think about it.
I know when it comes to emotions, I'm the first one to.
Zeusy said, I got baptized when I was young in a white gown and had nothing under, and the whole church saw my ass. Thank you for the nice story, Zeusy.
The truth.
Well, also, it's not true, because if you do not love thy neighbor, and that means gay or straight, then you are not a child of God. That is literally quoted in the Bible.
Yeah, but what about conversion therapy? Like,
what is conversion therapy?
Something your church does, George.
Stop saying.
Yes, conversion therapy is fucking evil and stupid, right? But bro just said that's what your church does. Bro, oh my God. Like, you gotta fucking, oh my God. He's gotta fucking, it's just his wording is so fucking stupid right there.
You bash me. You attack my character.
I haven't.
No, I said,
I haven't.
He's not saying you
I'm
did.
not bashing anybody.
Fucking said it.
Oh.
What I'm saying is, in arguments, you say, you call it yourself. You say, I like to pull out my swords. And you fuck people up. You slash, you dice, you skew.
That's not how you change opinion, though. It's like a shitty way of arguing. It's what you obviously want to revert to, but if you really want to change somebody's opinion, you should do kind of motivational questioning in the aspect of, asking them questions to arrive at your answer. If you disagree with me and I tell you you're wrong, this is right, you will never agree with me. If I ask you questions and you end up disproving yourself, you might be mad there, but you'll change your opinion. If you arrive at an opinion yourself versus somebody telling you it, you will almost 100%, not almost 100%, you will more likely change than if somebody tells you you're wrong. For the reasoning that people don't like being told they're wrong. If you find out you're wrong within yourself, it is much more worthy of change than if somebody just says you're wrong, because if somebody tells you you're wrong, you're only going to instill those values much more deeply. That's the issue with politics. That is a big issue with politics. Big issue with most disagreements in life.
I don't know if I can do the podcast. I've been shitting so much. And he goes, extra time for you to pray.
Yeah, that's how he
And I go, you're...
That's funny to me. That's funny, bro.
That's another major.
Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be disrespectful. All right, I think it's done now. I think they're kind of getting lighter-hearted with each other, and then they move on. All right. Would you be down to leave it up for a coin flip?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
He gets unbanned. Which one are you picking? Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads on a coin flip. Heads is unbanned. Tails banned. Or stay banned.
But first, we need some context. Hi, I'm Joe's editor, Cloak, and due to Joe crying about not wanting to do a voiceover, I'm here to fill in and tell you what this video is about. Lil Cobra, a Twitch chatter that has been banned 10 times, and as a result unbanned 10 times, has come back one final time and submitted an unban request, which starts a debate between Joe and Cobra's quote-unquote lawyer and decides his fate. Will he get unbanned? Enjoy the video.
G Fuel time! Sorry about the awkward pause there, but I'm here to tell you about G Fuel. Do you like gaming? Yes. Do you like fuel? Also yes. Well, then you would love G Fuel. G Fuel is not only sugar-free, but also very low in calories, sometimes even 0 calories. If you're worried about being picky, who cares? Look at how many flavors they have. If this at all sounds intriguing to you, make sure to click the link in the description and check out G Fuel. If you buy anything, use code JOEB for 10% off. Now let's get back into the video. Let's look at Cobra's chats, and then this will be the final say of what's gonna go on here. Why ask us like democracy? We voted for Elden Ring once, and we all know what happened with that game. Disagreeing with me. He's also talked shit on Americans a lot. And says that, like, you love death threats means you're popular. That's not bad. Bro peaks in views. Tutorial to double views. She gaslights you. Bollywood. This is, like, recent. He has been better. He has been a better chatter. Like, it's just, like, he's not saying stuff that's that bad. But if you're thinking about it, he's asking questions that are, like, trying to piss me off sometimes. Oh, my God. This shit. No, this is where it's bad. No, this is where I wanted to ban him. This is where I wanted to ban him forever. He told me, if you have money, there is no stress in life, and that if the fact that I'm on social media, there's no stress. No hate, but why do you have stress? You're financially stable, have a name for yourself, got family. You have everything a man needs. Every man wishes what you have. Money and family, money then. And then he said, okay, this is my bad, blah, blah, blah. I hope it should be resolved. He assumed that because I told him there's stresses in my life, and he was like, but you have money. And I was like, buddy, like, not trying to get parasocial, but there's like family shit and all that like you don't know about. And then he was like, okay, my bad. But money. And then I brought up Robin Williams. I was like, what about Robin Williams? He fucking killed himself. He was a multimillionaire. Like, that alone would ban someone in my chat. Like, that alone would ban someone in my chat. You know what I mean? I talked about not talking about Biden. I talked about not talking about Biden because controversial and got timed out for 1 week. You were talking shit about me. I talked about Biden once and got timed out. You talked shit many, many, many times, too many to count. Like, you're not a narcissistic like me. We're on the same level of narcissism. Mods suppress our opinions. How many times have mods timed me out for the most stupidest things? It's just like, I don't know, bro. He brings up shit, wonders why he gets timed out. You get timed out for talking about Biden because it's like political. Like, you're just getting too political. He came in my chat. He came in my chat in June. and said he's never coming back. This will be my last time we will ever interact with each other. It's like, see, that's why I don't want to unban him. Like, it's just like, I'm a changed man now. I'm a changed man now. Why do you have stress? Every man wishes what you have. You have money. Why are you stressed out? Cruz? How do you say that? I'm looking at your account. Thank you for the raid. We're doing a deliberation. Thank you for, I'm sorry I didn't see the raid. It's not showing up. I think oh my God. My alert box might be fucked right now. Thank you for the raid. I don't know how to say your name. It just annoyed me, right? Like it rubbed me the wrong way. The fact that he assumed how my life went. He assumed how my life went and that I should just agree with him. Money brings you happiness in the sense of financial freedom. He didn't say that. He did not say that. You're making a good case. You're making a good argument. This is a good 2-inch argument. You're saying what he meant, but what do you mean? Money brings you happiness in the sense of financial freedom. Yes, but that's not what he said. He said money brings you happiness. If you have money, you can't be stressed out. There's no reason you should ever be stressed out in life if you have money. Bravo, 2-inch. You gave a good point. But why should I unban Cobra? How do you know if I unban him, he will not do this again? Because in July 7th, which we were just looking at, I promise I'm a changed man. And then he continues to just try and piss me off. Let's get in a Discord call. I can defend him. Oh my God, dude. I've almost been streaming for 4 hours. I'm not getting on a Discord call. What are you? You have 10 minutes. Once my stream hits 4 hours, I'm done. I'm done, and I'm going to make my decision. What is your Discord? I will get on a call with you right now. You have 10 minutes. I'm calling you. You have 10. Hello? You're muted. You're still muted.
Yo.
Oh my God. Okay, what's up?
Okay. What's the first point you want me to make?
I don't have any fucking points for you to make. You gotta defend him.
Okay, so Joseph.
Why should I unban Cobra? How do you know? No, this is the point that I need you to make. Yeah, I actually do need you to make a point. Yeah. How does you having a direct contact with him prove that he will never do anything again if he's already said that 7 times and then he just repeated himself and redid everything that he said he wouldn't do?
Okay, 1, Cobra owes me his fucking life because I'm risking everything right now. But 2, okay, so here's the thing. So I have direct contact with him. I have his Discord. I have his Twitch. I can whisper him. If I tell him that he's unbanned and this, tell your chat to stop fucking calling me. Yes, people, okay, so your whole chat added me because I accidentally put my Discord in chat, but they started adding me and now they're trying to call me. I have direct contact with Cobra, so I can easily tell him, yo, this is your last chance. If you fucked up, you're fucked. So if he gets it through that fucking thick skull of his, which he probably won't, but I'm going out of my way to defend his dumb
But you
ass.
just said that he would. But like now you're saying he probably won't get it through his skull and he's gonna get banned again.
He will, because if he realizes.
But you just said the opposite.
Oh my fucking. If he realizes it's his last chance, then he's actually gonna realize, man, maybe I should stop, saying shit and stop calling mods dirty mod, and then maybe.
Why can't I just ban him and he can make a second account?
Because if he gets banned, then he's just gonna be able to start all over again, continue talking all his shit. But if you give him his last chance, then maybe he'll actually stop and then not like start shit like how he used to, because he'll realize, oh fuck, if I do this, then it's not gonna end too hot.
I feel like your defenses aren't very like good in comparison. Because what would you say about the other times that it was the end and he was banned? Okay. And then when he came back.
So to the points of him saying that this is the end and he comes back, people like watching you. Now, I don't think Cobra has intent on, starting shit intentionally. I think he says stuff that is okay, like where he lives, and people commonly accept that. But since he lives in a completely different country, we don't accept what he says. So him saying that is not as well respected to what he would normally say.
Though? Like what scenario where would it be okay for one country and then not?
Well, because countries have different.
His country is not as progressive.
Yes, his country is not as progressive as we are. So
But that has nothing to do with half of the shit that he's tried to piss me off with.
Okay. So,
telling me my content is quantity over quality, or telling me maybe the money thing, or him talking about politics. But what about him shitting on Americans and stuff like that? There's nothing you couldn't say, oh, that's just because he lives in a different country that's more traditional. That has nothing to do with that.
He shits on us, and like other people don't, and other people in America shit on Europeans. Like what? I don't know how you want me to. I don't know. I don't shit on Europeans.
Well, yeah, but like there's been times where he's been like, oh yeah, Americans, and like he'll rant about something. But like the only thing that I could think of that like Americans will say about like his country would like, or not his country, but like the UK would be like, oh, people have like space teeth and say Tuesday. But like he'll say some like deep shit.
You're not giving me much to work with.
Just tell me why I should unban him. Because he's not going to do it again.
Because he's not. He's gonna. Yeah, he's not. He'll learn from his mistakes.
I don't believe that. How has he learned from his mistakes if it's happened 7 times? Learning it from your mistakes is like, oh yeah, maybe 1, 2, 3 times. But like 10 bans, and he keeps saying every time, I'm not going to do it again. I'm sorry, Joe. And like, there's been times where he wasn't banned. He's probably pissed me off like 50 times, apologized, said I won't do it again, and then did. What's going to be different about this time?
Yo, like I said, if you give him this last unban, he's not going to start shit knowing he'll actually stay banned this time. Why would he? That's idiotic.
You know, okay, this is what I'm going to say. This is to you and my chat. I want to unban him for the sole reason of my belief that he will piss me off again. He brings beef to me that I don't give 2 fucks about and then talks about it like it matters. I literally said it doesn't matter that you're beefing with pros, and he said, yes, it does. It's a fucking... He's arguing with Bryce, Pros Ghost, who lives, I don't know, 8,000 miles away from him, and it's on a Twitch mod argument, and it mattered enough to contact me about it. Why does that matter?
What about the times? There's been like, what, 1 or 2 times mods have banned Cobra without you knowing? What about the fucking Detroit Become Human? You didn't know he was banned for a week, and mods did it behind your back. You didn't know he was banned. Yeah, Cobra was banned in stream for a week, and you had no clue, and you asked, and mods lied to you, saying they had no clue.
Yeah, but for rightful reasons to a degree.
What did he say that was rightful reasons
well,
to get
it's
banned?
Just... do I need to go over? Bro, do you need me to go through all fucking 10,000 of his messages to pull where he said some just straight up offensive shit and like just trying to piss me off?
Okay. But you realize if Cobra starts shit with any
and they
of
don't
your
announce bans.
What if Cobra
if they don't ban, that's special treatment. That is special treatment for Cobra right there. They don't mention to me that they banned some regular Joe fucking schmo in my chat, but they have to tell me that they banned Cobra. Why should he be treated differently? Why should they tell me? I mean, I was a little upset about it, but why should I even be upset?
What if Cobra literally didn't do anything and one of the mods just
What if anybody else in my chat hasn't done anything? Why aren't you defending the chatters in my chat that got banned for wrongful reasons other than Cobra?
Because I'm Cobra's lawyer, bro. I'm supposed to defend Cobra. Here's the thing. Me and Cobra, we have very similar viewpoints, and I've been banned multiple times, as you know, but I come back and I try to learn from that. Cobra doesn't, but if you give him that last chance, he's actually going to finally learn.
Everybody's saying time's up. I'll give you 5 more minutes. No, like, I understand you saying, like, oh, that's what he meant. Like, I misspeak all the time. I mean other things than what you say. Like, that's something everybody does as a human. But, like, why wouldn't he just say that himself afterwards? Like, when the argument was done, he could have just said, oh, this is what I meant instead. Instead, he just said, I'm gonna drop it. Instead of telling me what he actually meant and waiting a month until it's showtime, until the moment where he's gonna get banned. That's how long he waits to tell me what he meant a month ago. Like, why not confirm what he meant right after or when it happened? Why not change?
But you realize Cobra's not stalking your life every second of the day. He doesn't actually realize what's going on behind your stream.
Would you be willing to do this? Cloak gave a good answer. You are confident that Cobra won't do anything, right?
Yes.
If Cobra does something, would you be willing to get permabanned too? Are you that confident that if I unban Cobra and Cobra pisses me off, because you're so confident that if I ban Cobra, then you also get permabanned, no question? No, and I wouldn't want to do that to you either.
Yeah, because
But you're not confident enough, because you know in the back of your head there's a high chance that he does something, regardless of mods intervening or something. You know that if I banned Cobra and you were banned as well with it, you wouldn't want me to unban him. Exactly, that's my point.
Okay,
that's my point.
Joe, you have to realize I've donated like what, $500 of my own money.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. I wouldn't want to ban you anyway. I'm not gonna ban you like that. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna put you in that scenario. I'm not gonna. If I unban him and I ban him later, I'm not gonna ban you. But I'm saying if that scenario came down, I don't think you wouldn't take that. because you know
No,
there's a
'cause-
good chance that he would.
Because I feel like Cobra would unwillingly start shit. Like he would just bring up an interesting topic, but then would somehow manage to say something that's so stupid.
Okay, but what
No
about
one-
when he says something that's stupid and he apologizes to me, but it's clearly a sarcastic, like half-assed apology, and then when I mention that, he just says that it's because English isn't his first language.
Because he
Like,
really
like
has-
I understand maybe that happening like one time, but like every time he apologizes to me, it's a guilt trip. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible Twitch chatter, and I've disappointed you, and like he guilt trips me.
Okay, but what if you think of the fact that, like, when he talks about whether it's politics or random bullshit, that he actually agrees with what he's saying, he just apologizes in hopes of him not getting banned, so that way you somewhat know that he's actually sorry. Because, you know, he might actually be sorry when he apologizes, but he might still think his viewpoint's right. So, like,
I don't know. I don't know. I've never gotten mad at him for like I'll argue with him about a viewpoint of his, but that wouldn't be me banning him. The reason I ban him is because he says something that's not just a take. It's an assumption usually about me. When he gets banned in chat, it's never usually just because he says like, "Oh, Biden's an idiot" or something like that. I don't give a fuck. It's when like he's like, "Oh, you're like when he says something about me and he assumes something about me or my mods." We are going in circles right now. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay, I gotta fucking wrap this up, bro. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Would you be down to leave it up for a coin flip? Yes?
Yeah.
He gets unbanned. Which one are you picking?
Whichever one it lands on. No, I'm kidding.
Heads on a coin flip.
Heads,
Hold up. I'm gonna let it flip first just because it always does that. You put heads. It's starting on tails. Heads is unban. Tails, ban. Or stay banned. Fuck.
Let's go!
Keeping my word. All right, peace. Lucky. If lucky, unbanned. Ever! This is what I'm saying. Mods, this is what I'm going to say. Don't start shit with him. Let Cobra be Cobra, okay? Let him be himself, okay? If he does anything that pisses me off or is just blatantly rude or he starts shit, permaban forever. Not even bringing it up to the chat. Okay, you're saying L. It was a fucking coin flip! Thank you for everybody that tuned out in the stream. We had a great audience the entire stream. And yeah, I will see you guys later. We are going to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Locked. Cyberbullied at school. I do have, dude, a lot of people, like, this is actually, like, they're exaggerating it to a bit, or to a degree, but there are people that are like that. Like, I've had so many people just say, oh, like, I will say I got lucky with social media for sure. But, like, I've had some people say, oh, it's just luck. Anyone could do what you do. Like, don't be happy or some shit. I'm like, well, then why don't you do it? Like, that's what I don't get. When people are like, you just got lucky. Like, yes, luck is a factor. But saying you just got lucky, anyone could do what you do. Well, yeah, but why don't you do it then?
A lot of
the fucking 7,000 people are watching that shit. The most boring-ass commentary I have ever heard in my entire life. All right, I'm landing here. Okay, I am landing next to you. Fucking NPC conversations. Holy shit.
And we're about to get this game started.
Have a talk with chat. When I play Fortnite, I talk to chat. You don't even really talk about the game. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Sitting there. All right, I'm landing here. I am now running over to the bush on my left. Bro, you see those chats? You see those fake-ass chats, though? You guys should drop Lake.
Cool. Lenny get the house next.
Yeah, drop Lake.
To you.
Sweet new skins.
Whoa.
In what world is Twitch chat that positive? In what world is Twitch chat that positive? Sweet skins. What is that, a Nick A30 chat? Holy shit. Great job, Joe. You'll get him next time, man. No. Are you fucking kidding me? Whole time I'm playing Fortnite. Your ass. You suck. Oh my god. You're bad at the game. Why did you drop there? Fucking mega shit. This stream is so boring, dude. I don't even want to watch it, Joe. You're an NPC, honestly. Exactly. Don't read their name. Don't read. If you will prolong the process of reading chats if you have to read every chatter's fucking name. Holy shit, that'll take 10 years. That'll take 10 years. Noah F0204 says goodbye. I'm Rosie 00 says loving the stream. Haha, good job. Like, that is the most NPC shit ever. Just read the chat. Nah, you ain't end stream. You ain't end stream. You don't take no quick break. They just went offline. You ain't go offline. You're dealing with some shit. You go blank screen and you come back. If you end stream and restart, everybody knows Twitch Noti only comes out every 2 hours, bitch. Everybody knows Twitch. Yeah, nah, that shit. Nah. Have fun. All right, you got 8K viewers. You end stream, restart stream. All right, yeah. Now you got 100 viewers. That's how that shit works. You ain't end stream.
Comments.
There was like 100 people making those comments. The fuck are you talking about? He's the only one. There was like, dude, why is this shit highlighted? There was literally people spamming it. That's what you do. Boo, shitty advice. Stop trying to relate to the person. Boo, no. They come in your chat and they shit on you. No. A lot of the time they don't even have it. A lot of the time Twitch chatters just come in here and shit on people. They do it for fun. Sometimes they're not even insecure. Sometimes they're not even having something going on in their own life. They're just like, I'm bored, let me make fun of this person. That's how it is. You tell them to shut the fuck up and ban him. I heard you had to cut your stream last night, Psycho Mantis. What did... I heard you were getting some hate comments. Shut the fuck up. Bro, just hit him with the /ban. Hit him with the /ban. That's all you gotta do, bro. Oh my god. Hit him with the /ban. Then he has to make another account. Yeah. Then you hit that account with the /ban. That's the eviction notice. That piece of paper with fucking handwriting on it.
By the end of
Bro, why didn't you actually just print out like a fucking PNG of an eviction notice? They literally just wrote that shit on paper.
Fixed.
We also have another surprise for you. Come outside. Come outside. We rigged your Volkswagen with C4. And they blow that shit up. And they blow that shit up. You can't have everything you want in life. We paid for the apartment. Looks like you're taking public transport now. You get one or the other. Sorry. Why was Sniper Wolf even in that fucking video? Like, that whole ass video could have gone exactly the same without her in it. Like, I'm dead ass. She literally just was there. She didn't need to be in the video. All right, we got the next video here. That was actually a decent Darman video. It's kind of funny.